Welcome to Diablo and Dragons, the D&D adventure that I get the name done differently every time I say it. We're joined by our best friend, Castus Smelkey, who is waking up in his bed inside the masquerade after a long night of talking with cats. Castus.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to talk with cats.
You talk with cats. Yeah.
I was really confused.
For everybody, well, we'll leave it behind. He'll explain it in character, yes.
Yeah. So, we've time skipped. It's early morning. You can hear the hustle and bustle of the outside world starting to pick up. You can hear the cacophony of the birds sailing in from over the ocean to start squawking at one another. And you can hear
is an early riser, I imagine, being
Yeah.
Gross.
Sure you are.
Yeah, not personally, but
Man, little spy boy.
yeah, Maki has to get up early because he got shit to do.
Yeah. And of that shit to do, you are reminded of your conversations last night with the Lacuni. Namely, the fact that they were pretty keen for you to deliver the Staff of Kings to them once you were done with it. And also the fact that Drognan seemed to be completely indifferent about this turn of events.
I mean, out of everyone, he would have had something to say about it if there was an issue, so...
Yeah, no, you're sure he would have. My question is, did Malky have an issue with that? Did he raise anything afterwards, or?
I mean, he kind of took Drogden's silence as acquiescence. Like, if he didn't have a glaring issue with this, and, you know, it's an ancient magic relic that no one besides the Herodric should really have, and if the Herodric don't care about it, why not form a bond with the Lacuna?
Very good, very good. Well, that flashes through your mind for a moment, followed quickly by, damn, I'm fucking hungry, because every one of you has been pretty intense with how much work you've been doing and not really getting much in the way of recreational R&R. Fortunately,
ate in
you've
the
had
middle of the day yesterday.
I know. I'm just meaning in general after arriving in Luke Ghislaine. It's been go, 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 go. Which isn't a problem. I'm simply pointing that out. You know, it's a virtue. You're showing some hustle, you know?
We have to so they don't kick us out of the city.
Exactly. By the way, now that you have your permit to enter the inner city, you have quite a bit of money after some trade deals and sales and no doubt some new items and goods. You are
Only
left
some
with,
of it was legal.
They don't know yet. I'm gonna tell them, because I imagine we all came in at different times. So Malky will...
Yeah. So you get up and you head into the main sort of landing area within the masquerade, within your rooms in the masquerade. I'm going to ask, who do you see in the lounge? Your party. Who is there? Who has woken up before you?
Nobody.
Not Verasio.
I would say the only person I could consider that would be awake at this point would probably be Thulgrim.
Yeah,
all right.
It'll be probably about the same time, maybe a few minutes after. But yeah, probably not super early, but close to, yeah.
I was as a
beauty sleep.
I'm a
as a
little bit
retainer.
insulted that you think I couldn't wake up in the morning.
I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm saying
I
you
am.
choose not to, which is different.
I'm a doctor, and you know that means I've got to get up early.
You got to get up at 4 a.m. so you can go to the gym.
My sister and I are extra tired from carrying the team so hard, so we're getting the extra hours of sleep in.
He just stares at the sun.
I would like to polymorph Verasio.
You can't
Turn
go.
me
You'll
into a
get your
lizard.
chance.
I'll have a nap in the sun.
Oh my.
Huh.
Yeah, Malky comes out. Like I said, I imagine Thulgrim and Malky were like sharing a room for the suite, right?
Mm-hmm, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He put Claude in his own room because he's Chaos Gremlin.
right.
Yeah. The
I don't want
claws
him-
chamber.
It's rewarding bad behavior, but you know.
We put a lock on the outside of the door so we can't come out unless we let him.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's not a fire.
You know I have
Yeah.
this.
There will be.
Or dimension
Wait.
door cave.
Well, you have to see where you're going, I feel like, for most of this.
Do you still have
In
that?
poly-
That's not a different spell book?
Nope.
Okay.
I have all that.
Cool.
Misty Step came with my thing.
You could silvery barbs the door.
Yes. Could just magic missile the door. Actually, I have Unseen Servant. Couldn't he just unlock the door?
He can't get outside the door to unlock it.
He's not a ghost. He's just unseen.
Whatever, I have Mage Hand, I'll be fine.
Once
You can't
again,
get the Mage Hand outside the door.
yeah.
Oh my god, I'll Toll of the Dead the door, and with double damage, because the door is a tree, and the tree is dead now, so it's dead wood, therefore the door will just
It's true. The tree has taken damage. That is correct.
Actually, you can't toll the dead the door.
Why
The spell-
not?
The spell specifies that it has to target a creature.
The
door
door
is
is
a creature.
The door is an object.
The door is a mimic all of a sudden.
Are you saying that
Have
wood
you
isn't
checked?
alive?
Have you checked to see if the door isn't a mimic?
Couldn't I just
If
use
you-
prestidigitation?
If you
And
damage the
so-
door, then the everyone who works here will get mad at you because that was the one thing you're not allowed to do, right? You can't damage stuff.
Well, they'll probably
don't
be
care.
more mad about the lock that's been put on the outside of the door. It's
Yeah,
been
I'm not-
installed by
I'm not-
fucking.
I'm not
Someone
scared of
else.
the people here. I'll say turn into Malkis and shut your mouth. Just look pretty.
Oh my god. Anyway, he's about to come out. You have some time to mill around. And it won't take too long before the rest of your party starts rising and shining as well. You got a big day ahead of you. You know that the convoy from Candoris will be arriving in a few hours and it'll be on the outskirts of town. And you originally
So
wanted
that
to.
they were going to arrive the day before the night time.
Did I? Oh,
Yes.
they're going to arrive at some point.
They're already here.
Okay, well, they're already here then, but you're going to still need to go out and find them. For the
You gotta go
purpose
meet them.
of this story, it's not going to matter.
I wanted to meet him at the gate and be like, oh, Deckard Kane, hello, we've been waiting at this gate for you for 4 days.
Exactly. That's why I'm being like, give you the chance to go out and meet at the gate.
Okay. We can rewrite time. We can do that here.
So, was everyone intending to go out and meet the caravan at the gate? Was that the plan?
I want to go.
That is my plan.
I don't think Thulgrim really knows Deckard Kane well enough to be doing that.
But we
Sure.
can be
Far
like,
enough for me.
Togrom, you should come with us to meet Deckard Kane. He's a very cool old guy, just like you. And you'd be like, excuse me?
I mean, if everybody's going, then yes, Thulgrim will follow the party. But if it's just the two of you who know him and are going out, then Thulgrim will stay behind.
I'm also going to see Mr. Deckard Kane.
Yeah, I imagine we should all just go.
Yeah, I had
Very
to hold
well.
up the armor and go, this bunk piece of shit doesn't work anymore. Give me something better.
We can go and make a small party out of it, just like when we let Mikhail, I almost said monkeys, go.
When you let Melky go. Release him back to his
Idly
people.
free.
Yeah. So we go. We wake up. We eat sustenance.
Before we go, I didn't really know what to buy, but we made a little bit of extra money yesterday selling off the lumber. I finally sold the lumber we had, so the cart is going to be very empty now. But also,
When did you do that?
After I talked to the Lacuni.
He's very talented.
Oh.
Just form time out of nothing. Are you a mage?
I had time afterwards. I didn't come right back here.
Did you get the best prize?
Trust me, I got a very good deal for it. A little more than what they were originally going to give me because
Because he's top 5 fuckable.
I'm top 5 fuckable, yes.
Oh, well, that must be so convenient for you, Malky.
Also, not a terrible goblin, and I can actually talk to people. Anyway,
I'm not a goblin no
I
more.
got a bag of holding because they're very useful, and I figure we could jam all manner of things in it. I also got one of these, and he pulls a, about a golf ball sized pearl out of his pocket.
Hey.
Cool.
I'm not
What
sure
is
how to
that
do.
for?
It is a pearl of power.
What does it do?
I would like that very much. Pearls of our favorite jewelry.
Your favorite clam secretion? Yes, I know.
Well, I know it gives you another spell slot, and I
It
could
lets
use
you
it.
it lets you refresh a spell slot of a
I want
lower.
it.
No.
Okay, well, I voted
This
that it
was-
goes to my sister.
I
This
will
was
probably
the-
morph you into a dog, and then you will have a vote.
No, I'll still have a vote, and
Let's
also has very,
let
very sharp
Malkis
teeth.
finish what they were saying.
Oh, that was it. I wasn't sure who to give it to because I know both of you are adept spellcasters.
We should play rock, paper,
Sister,
scissors. No.
sister, sister.
What if you keep it in your pocket, and then the next cool thing that we get from mages, we can decide between the two of us which we want more.
No. I think, we go rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
And,
Okay, here's
have
my
you been-
thinking. Okay, who got the last cool thing? It was Claude, because he got
What?
not to be a bird. That's pretty cool, so I
No,
think my sister should
That's
be a
not
bird.
a thing. No.
Malky takes a platinum out of his pocket and flips it and catches it. And he goes, heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads.
Oh, that's good, because you have a tail and he has a head.
Uh-huh. I also have a head though.
It was heads.
Oh.
So Claude can have this one.
That's
and that
fine.
means Natvari gets the next cool thing we find.
Okay. You know what? I did just get the cool thing. But I got it because I was nice and not greedy.
What? That's not greedy. I want the spell slot.
Which cool thing did you get?
I got the necklace from Mikhail, you know.
Oh yeah, you did get the necklace from Mikhail. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And I'm really owed because I didn't even get to say goodbye. So it's really like,
You're
Yeah,
already
it's
getting
okay.
the pearl, you don't have to make up mean shit now.
He was more like our friend than your friend,
Yeah.
so don't worry about it.
yeah.
that cut's quite deep.
You weren't even really here. You were a bird. You're like, you're all like, oh, it's like I was in a dream and I didn't really know what was going
you
on,
know-
even though I did. Ooh, like,
you know-
like,
Sisters, right? You did get the last cool thing. All of us risked our lives to make you unbirded.
yeah, our entire lives, those are very important too. We
Yeah.
only get one of them.
But it's fine, you can have the pearl. I'll take the next cool mage thing, it's fine.
Alright. I mean, you're not going to change me mind.
I'm not trying to, I'm saying it's fine.
Right, I'll take my pearl now.
Where are you going to put it?
Up me ass. Oh no. Where do you
Why?
have to put it somewhere?
Just have it on you. You need to
Put
attune
it in
to
your
it.
pocket, weirdo.
All right, I put a pill of
Okay.
power in your inventory.
She'll make a necklace out of it.
How do you attune to stuff? Like, what's
Just
the?
hold on to it for like a short rest.
No,
amount of
I
time
mean
period.
like in
There's a little
Click.
shield. At the top it says equipped.
Okay, I'm just.
So when you look at the item, it should have a like an equipped thing, and then if it's magical, it'll have an attunement clicked on it as well. Does that make sense?
Water spirit.
Um,
If you click edit next to the item and go into it, you can set it to be attuned to you.
Okay, so I need to be attuned to my crystal ball, I think. So
Wait, what do you have a crystal ball? Oh, right, for the things, yeah.
Hey,
I was like, why would you have a crystal ball? That's like a wizard thing.
anyone can use it.
She found it.
find it.
Right, but I was thinking of a typical wizard with a crystal ball, and I was like, what? You're a barbarian. You would smash it over
A
someone's head.
barbarian with a crystal ball.
Ponder the
Ooh.
orb.
So just for a small bit of clarification, the glyph of Ivgorod
Mhm.
does the same thing that having Mikhail in the bag did, right? I still have water whip.
Yep. So you still
but
got to do water
the
whip.
additional hey, I'm going to die, save me thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, since we took a long rest, I had to redo my div rolls, right?
Yes, that's why you did the 16, the 6 and the 14, wasn't it? Or was that from previous?
Well done.
Okay, you just rolled again.
Okay, let's hear what we got.
Oh, you know what? I also need a wall of fire.
Wow,
That's-
even
that's
better.
important.
A 4 and a 16.
There you go, Billy. That is
Yeah.
what Pearl of Power does.
Yeah, I have it's in my inventory, it says that.
Good
Can I
to-
not use I can't use it till tomorrow though, right?
I imagine it has a slot. I imagine it hasn't been used, so.
It might say on it how long it takes to do, because
It
some
doesn't
things
say
takes
anything
an
about
hour.
attunement, it just says a trinket.
It's fine. I'm ruling it that you can attune to an item like pretty much instantly, but to unattune from an item is going to take time.
Well, I mean, it's only a short rest to attune or unattune to an item anyway. So at the end of, you can take an hour of downtime and bam, you're attuned.
No, exactly. I'm saying if you find an item in combat and want to give it a go, I'm not going to make you sit through a short rest before trying out the new toy. You can use it straight away.
Also, I'm not gonna do the rest thing because I'm fine otherwise, but I'm just gonna say I did Mage Armor again because technically it's still up and that's the only spell slot I use, so.
Yeah, fine. That's all good.
We're just not gonna do that again.
Okay, are we done talking
Actually-
about this stuff, or do we have more things we have to figure out what to do with our massive riches now?
I think
Monkeys!
we should buy some spells.
Back and wait.
Okay, so why did you bring up the money then?
Show that I got things, and if you need anything, ask, and I will divvy out coin if you need it.
Okay. Do we have
I
a
want
lot
money
of
so
money?
that my sister and I can get matching tattoos.
Oh.
We'll find a place, and I'll give you money to get magic to.
Can we get fancy magic tattoos that give us actual stuff?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably.
Hey God, can we get fancy matching tattoos?
Yes, you can.
God said yes, you guys.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
are magic
before
tattoos.
it.
Yep. My basic rule is, unless it is an absolutely fucked item, you can find any uncommon magical item in the city as long as you just pay the gold cost, and some rare items based on what they are, since you're above level 5.
So we can buy me Shadow Blade.
No.
I don't know what that
Can we
is.
go?
That's a good
we
spell.
Go to the gate
wizard-
now. I
Oh.
want to see all.
It's a good spell, but not for you.
I'm not a blade singer.
Then I guess
You're right.
Too much.
Yep.
You're not my
Split armor
fury.
would be the only thing Thulgrim would want from the money.
What do you want?
Currently? The split mail, 200
Yeah.
gold.
Malky will give you enough money, enough gold to go get one.
I just want a fancy outfit and maybe I don't know something.
If you
to-
don't want to meet Deckard Cain, I'm sure you'll meet him at the gathering. You can go
Dobram,
get
you're
your-
coming with us. Don't be silly. Come on.
Okay. I will
The
join
Magic
you.
the Gathering.
Yes. Okay, let's go to the gate. I want to see Deckard Cain.
Malkeys, can you buy me the Crown of Madness?
You already have a crown of madness.
I know, but I could put it on other people and then they go crazy.
No.
It's a spell.
Yeah.
No.
I wanted Nahar's Mischief. That one seemed fun.
You need to calm down about your wants.
I want fun spells.
Once again, calm down with your wants.
Do we know which way Deckard Cain is coming from? There's a couple gates.
Yes, I think I remember what gate it was from, but because it was 2 weeks, but also 1 day ago, I don't quite remember exactly which, but my character would know.
It will be the northernmost gate, since that is the road that leads through the mountain pass from Chaldean, from Kendoris.
Okay. What if I'll send him a message and say, hey, Deckard Cain, please don't go to the northern gate. It's very far away for us.
Where are you? You'll be over there. That's where you're starting.
Okay.
So- As you step out into the world, there's all sorts of, as mentioned, all sorts of nonsense happening all around you. But there is one particular piece of nonsense that seems to stand out. You can hear a crier calling out, "Real estate available in the city. Come and get your new buildings in the Crescent District. Need to have people in them, especially the ones that have been completely obliterated by undead attacks. Looking for tenants. Come on down, get your tenants here." And he just keeps on going on like that.
Don't you
That
guys think
crier
that
is
it's really
terrible.
weird? Don't you think it's really weird that they have a Cockney crier in this desert city?
Maybe he
He moved here.
relocated from
He got a job here from Candoris. He's not very
Okay.
good at his job because we just saw he's not very good at his job. Who would say, "Oh, we need people where the undead people are"? It's very suspicious, don't you think?
He's just sitting bringing a little bell as he keeps on shrieking out about this nonsense.
That is rather interesting, but I guess they're trying to get people to live here now. If that's what they need.
Malky will, as they walk past, inquire who to speak to about a property.
All right, he'll he'll give you a note, and it directs you to go to the Guild of Hospitality to speak with one man called Masai.
I feel like
Okay.
I've heard of this guy before.
Okay, we could just go back to Einstein, where I'm from, and we just go live in my manor.
I mean,
Don't
you
need to
can
live in
certain,
the pet city.
you can certainly do that, but I'm not living with you. I'm going to live somewhere I want to live.
You don't actually want a house here, right? You just want to know who the suspicious person who's trying to sell the undead obliterated buildings is, right? Oh my god, Malkis wants to live in Lutka Lane.
It's because he's
Oh,
quite
okay.
famous.
I believe I've mentioned before that I enjoy this city and I
What
would
the-
like to visit here, live here,
what
have a
is-
residence here.
What is the name of the guy? Masai?
Masai.
Masai.
On a Sunday.
Masai. Selling.
Guess
Alright.
I'll tuck the paper and keep it for later.
Cool.
Quack.
Gua. Oh my god, you said Gua. Let's go to the gate. Not far. He's kind of
my
like
God.
doing the let's go dance. Let's go.
See, the curse is setting in. He started to gua.
Oh no.
You're right.
Not
I
going
told
to turn
you,
into a
if-
bird.
Told you if I turn to a bird,
Just buy me Dispel Curse. I can do that.
That is
I don't
true.
think-
Actually
don't-
can do that.
don't think you have. Isn't a higher level spell.
It's like a level 2 spell. I could do it.
Can I do it?
Well,
I
I
don't know.
learned it from a.
options.
I learned it from a scroll. You would have to use a level up just for that.
No.
No?
No, I have not used my my thing to switch out spells yet, so I could do that.
Forget one spell and learn that one instead.
Yes.
That's true.
We're going to the gate. And it's time to see Deckard Kane. Deckard Kane. Old man guy. Best old man in the land. Deckard Kane.
Oh my god.
I don't see Dispel Curse, so I think you're lying.
No, it's a thing.
Are you sure it's not Dispel Magic?
Wait. What is it called? It's something
Because
curse.
Dispel Magic is a 3rd level spell that I already have.
Oh, remove curse, not dispel curse.
Yeah. I can remove a curse. Off you, Malkis, and then you'll be in my debt.
No, we'll be even.
Well, aren't we in a city where
Oh,
you can get curses and shit removed very easily?
Well, he
Yeah,
doesn't
don't
need to
worry
pay
about
for
it too
them.
much. Like, in the future, or maybe we won't be in the city, and there will be a, don't worry about it too much. He's got the curse removal, just in case.
Well, I don't think he knows he's cursed yet.
Yeah, nothing's happened. I just got hit by.
He starts coughing up feathers.
Wait, who's cursed?
Malkis. We don't know
Ah,
that.
Malkis isn't cursed. He's fine. He starts coughing up feathers, and that's a whole other problem.
Make sure you cook your birds before you eat them.
and
It's true.
pluck them because
That
you
one
don't eat
too.
feathers.
Yeah.
Unless you're a very impatient cat.
Well, speaking of impatient cats,
Meow meow.
takes a bit of time, but you get your way through the large, sprawling city and make it to the northern gate. You see some familiar sights. You came through here not too long ago, and it's still a little bit of time before Kane arrives. I'll put the question out: does anyone have anything they want to do while waiting for Kane, or are we going to skip until they arrive?
Is there any street candy?
Sure. What type of street care?
I want
You
to-
tell me.
Do
What?
they have like ice cream or like?
No,
oh
no,
my
no.
god,
You
like
tell me.
Turkish ice cream?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Zanidra.
Uh-huh.
Netvari is looking around the markets that are at the next to the outer wall. What does she see?
Okay. So there's a guy trying to sell lamps. One of them was very golden, and he's like, "Let me tell you a tale." And then next to that guy,
Jesus Christ.
next to that guy is a nice little like overhang thing guy, and in the back of his tent he has like 3 ice tanks, and in those ice tanks there's the Turkish ice cream in many flavors, and he says, "Here, come to my tent. I have the Turkish ice cream, except I don't know what Turkey is."
I have. Welcome to my tent. I have ice creams. You want it? I got it. Let's talk, huh?
Can I go to that lamp tent? I want to buy the.
You want to go to the lamp tent?
No, you do not get a wish.
What if I do? And then I can wish Biscuit could talk.
Do you want to go to the lamp tent? You can.
Oh my god.
All right. So
He's just going to tell you what.
As they both walk off, Milky's like, just because I have gold, we're not making a million frivolous purchases.
Marcus, please, I just want to try ice cream. You know. She comes back and she takes him by the shoulders. You know, I've never had ice cream, Marcus.
And
How did you even
Malcase,
look for
you
it?
know, what if we get a wish spell and then, you know, Biscuit could talk and be like, oh, nay.
Everybody talks about ice cream and it's a snack and it's sweet and it's cold and I want to try it, please.
Go find out how much it is.
Okay.
You know lamp, though. We don't need a fucking lamp.
I have my own money and I made it myself, so I'm gonna go
Sure,
buy it.
you have your own money. I'm sure they'll sell a magical wish-granting lamp for the pocket change you have rolling around in your...
I
What
like
if
lamp.
they do?
Lump.
Then you gotta feel
Malcase,
bad.
this person has a very pretty ring that I want to buy. Can I have 10 gold?
Give the nice lady 10 gold so I can give her the ring. She needs it.
How about I give you 5 gold and you stop instigating?
That sounds good to me.
What kind of ring is it?
Ruby.
Pretty
I don't
one.
know, it's just like this very pretty little ring. Look at all these inscriptions on it and stuff, you know?
Is it Is it magical?
I don't think so. It doesn't feel very magical, but it looks cool.
Okay, that's fine with me though. Swings back around. Hello, ice cream man. How much is your ice cream?
Oh, well, that depends. Who's, and he like falls over me like, okay, I guess you're asking.
Yeah.
5 silver pieces.
Can I have 2 for 5 silver pieces instead?
Only if you can catch them. And you know how with Turkish ice cream, it's like, they've got the long, like, stick with the fucking, like, 10 million cones in the end doing all, like, the tricks? That happens for about 2 minutes afterwards. So he'll like go to give you the cone, you go to take it, and then he'll like take it away from you, and you're left with just an empty cone. And he's got another cone with the ice cream and doing all sorts of nonsense like that.
She's not mad at all. She's like, oh my god, you are an ice cream magician.
But you do eventually get given the ice cream,
Okay.
of whichever flavor you choose it to be.
Okay,
In
I
fact,
want... Mm-hmm.
so that is your point. He didn't tell you what flavor it was. Do you try some?
Yeah.
All right. The flavor becomes whatever flavor it is that you're expecting it to be.
This is actually
And it's different from
magic.
person to person. So it is a magical ice cream, yes.
That's why it was 5 silver.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, she has 2. So she like tries it and tries it and tries it. One and then the other and then back to the first. And they're all different tastes. And she's like, holy shit. Why are you at the gate? Why don't you have your own store?
This is my store, huh?
Okay, if you're happy,
Some-
I'm happy.
Sometimes you just want to be out with the people. You don't want to be stuck in a wooden box on the other side of town. You want to be where the grit and heart is.
You know what? I like you.
Hey, I like you as well. You bought my ice cream, you give me business, and you got a good attitude. You're a nice lady.
Ah. Hey, monkeys, I'm sorry. You have to pay this man now.
I mean, yeah, Melky had walked over with her, imagine, and just waited for to see how much it was, and then he'll leave 15 silver on the counter.
Oh my
There you go.
god.
Yeah, do you actually purchase an ice cream, or you just leave the silver there? Like an ice cream for yourself?
No, it was pretty much like a tip for the show.
Okay, cool. As you're leaving, you feel like as you turn to go, you feel like something, sort of like a cold sensation on your ear. If you go up to like feel or touch it, you'll see that, or you'll feel that there is an ice cream cone levitating next to your ear, like as if it's a pencil, it's just sort of following you around with an ice cream attached to it.
Have an ice cream earring?
Yeah.
Okay.
you grab it, when you've grabbed it, you have an ice cream, great. If you leave it for like 10, 15 seconds, the magic will wear off and it's going to fall to the ground. So
yeah, he'll grab it.
This is what happens.
He'll grab it and be like, "What?" I'll turn around and thank him for the ice cream.
The second ice cream goes to Veracio.
Oh my god, thank you, sister.
Don't thank me. Thank you, Malkis.
Also thank you, Maltese. And also thank you, Magic Ice Cream Man.
And no worries.
Episode
my
2.
name?
Fulgrim, maybe you should consider changing your last name from Ice Tank to Ice Cream.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Oh no, that's the name of his porn.
Bash.
Yeah.
The ice tank cometh.
So, you're off to the lamp merchant, was it?
Mm-hmm.
So, since I'm not going to do a Disney musical song voice, you come on over.
Why not? Come
I
on.
No, I'm not going to.
Let me tell you a tale of a faraway land.
Yeah.
It's not the faraway land, we're right here.
No, that's how the song goes,
stop.
though.
My kind sir, do you wish to purchase one of my many magical lamps? You have a discerning eye about you, and if I know a thing or two about discerning eyes, that they need discerning goods to accompany them.
Oh, yes, I'd like to buy a magic lamp to make my horse talk.
You would like a lamp of horse talking, is that what I'm hearing?
No, I want it to have the wish spell, and then I'm going to wish that my horse could talk.
Oh, I don't think that's quite how lamps work, but let me give you a crash course, kid.
Well,
Come
what,
over,
is
come
this
a little
something that
closer.
lights something up? I mean, what the hell?
Well,
Bloody hell.
that is technically what a lamp does, yes, but that is not necessarily just what these lamps do. You may notice that I have lamps of all shapes and sizes from all corners of Aranok. Let me tell
I
you.
don't know what that is.
Well, that's where you are right now, Sonny Jim, and let me tell you, if you want to get one of these lamps, then you never quite know what adventure is in store for you. Pick one out. Pick one that sings to you, that speaks to your heart. If you believe in it, it'll believe in you as well.
Can I use like an Arcana check to see if any of them are try to see if any of them are magical?
Yeah, sure. Give us a roll.
Do you have detect magic?
I don't. Oh, it's lucky number 7. 15.
Looking around at them, it doesn't look like that these are just cheap, tin objects. These all seem to be lamps of quality, and they all seem to have some sort of magical inscriptions in them. Every one of them is enchanted somehow.
Can I read them in any way?
What languages do you speak?
What languages do I speak? I don't know. I forgot to write that down.
It's on
It'll be
the
in your
first
character sheet.
page under attributes. Languages.
It's under attributes.
I speak Draconic, Common, Infernal, Abyssal, and
I speak-
Giant.
Primordial, Abyssal, and Celestial. Maybe I can call Tyrael with one of them. Ring ring, hello
Okay.
Tyrael.
So you actually do not even recognize the languages on these. It must be some sort of local script or ancient script or something. You're not sure.
So I can't understand what any of these say. Could you tell me what to say?
I could, but that'd be ruining the surprise, wouldn't it? The whole point of the lamp is that you never quite know what you're going to get. Only that you need it. And let me tell you, imagine the looks on your friends' faces when you have a lamp that gives you exactly what you need, and they don't.
How much do they cost?
Well, that all depends. They don't have a set price. It's more of a, how much you're willing to spend.
Well, my friend, I want to buy, excuse me. I want to buy your whole cart.
You want to buy all the lamps?
Why not?
And how
I
much?
have Herodric armor from the legendary warrior, Dr. McCain. Quit!
You can't say it with a face. You clearly can't say it in character.
Give me a persuasion roll. Come on.
Oh no, I'm not.
Let's see how well you do at this.
Wait, actually, do I? Wait a minute. Okay.
Cool. Okay. Sweet.
Okay. We'll see. Wait a minute. Can I use suggestion and be like, you want to sell me the cart? You just want to give it to me?
keep in mind, suggestion doesn't make them do what you want. It puts a suggestion in their head. Also, it wears off. They know that they've been.
Wait, I could
fucked
just
with.
vortex warp him and be like, that man teleported and run away with his car.
No,
That's not how any of this works.
New non-bird Claude isn't a gremlin like old Claude. I swear this will never happen again. I'm not that person.
I'm not that person. Anyways,
Don't fucking lie to my face, Billy.
all right. So, I'll just what do you think would call out to me the most?
Well, looking over you. Come closer. Let me look at your palm. Let me look at your hand. Hold it out for me, would you?
He holds out his hand.
All right. He starts doing like a palm reading.
You guys,
Oh, no.
I think this guy's taking Claude Dubois for a ride.
I was going to ask to do an insight check just to see how trustworthy he was, but I didn't know
Sure.
if it's.
Yeah, he's paying for it with his own money.
You can do an insight check if you want. All right.
14.
It does seem a bit sketch, but you're not sure if it's sketchy in the sense of trying to rip people off, or sketchy in the sense that this is some magical nonsense that's going to lead to shenanigans down the line. It's one of those two, though.
Okay.
So after a couple of minutes looking at your hand, the merchant's like, I think I know exactly what one you want. And he reaches down, pulls out a grand looking lamp that is a brass peacock with like green and red and blue glass running through it to make the tail plumage. Like, something tells me that this one would speak to you. Am I right?
Yes. It's
Oh,
quite
right.
pretty. How much?
100 gold pieces, and it is yours, my friend.
Wait. Is it magical?
It is. They all are.
Well, also, can I have a hooded lantern?
I can put a hood on this.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll work.
Or do you mean like a lantern to actually like see with, or what do you?
I want
Oh, sure.
both. I want the
I can-
peacock. I want the peacock, and I want like a lantern. You know, I can because no
Tell you
one in our
what.
party has a light source.
Tell you what, I don't usually stock functional lanterns like that, but I got a couple. I'll just throw one in for free. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Well,
Okay, I'll give up the 100 gold.
yep, 100 gold, and you get a hooded lamp and a peacock lantern. A magical peacock lantern.
You had to make it a peacock so that Vash would say yes no matter what.
I know, I love peacock.
I know you do.
All right, I took the gold out. Now I have 177. And then he runs back. Wait! And then he turns around. And he goes, "Wait, how do I use it?"
When the time is right, you'll know. He like gives you a wink and taps his nose a couple of times.
Do I not just rub it? I wish I had. I don't know. My horse could talk.
If your heart says that that's how it should be done, then that's how it should be done.
This is kind of sus, but all right. Thank you, sir, for the lamps.
I'm pretty sure that Claude Dubois just paid like 100 gold for a fancy light.
Yeah.
It's probably not a real light. It probably does something.
No, it
Though I hope he
it
uses
does.
it when he's not around us.
What if it makes like a stampede of peacocks and kills Diablo?
What if it explodes?
Can I see it?
What? Sure. And he holds it out.
Right. Can I see if I know the language?
Sure.
Again, I know Draconic, Common, Infernal, Abyssal, and Giant.
No, you don't.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I
Sure,
know
you
anything
may.
about this? I
Did you-
don't. Go ahead.
Did you say Celestial as part of that list you said?
No.
No, I know Celestial though, and I don't know it.
Well, then that covers everything I've got.
Ooh.
25.
That's a good check.
So this seems to be some sort of ancient item.
It's the top
And-
to the Sapphire King.
As for exactly what it is, you can't tell, but this lantern or this lamp does hold some significant arcane power. You can tell that much.
I don't know what this does, but it's actually pretty, like, old-looking and might actually do something. We turn back, the guy is gone.
Disappear.
You turn back and he just like waves enthusiastically at you.
And Claude waves like, hi.
Can I see the lamp?
Here you go.
Yes.
Okay. Veraciel starts like trying to bend the lamp a little bit to see if it's like sturdy. Just a little bit. Not applying her full strength. She's kind of like fiddling with it, just seeing if it's strong, if it's sturdy.
As you're sort of fiddling with it a bit, it feels pretty sturdy. As you start to apply more force, you feel that it starts to vibrate very like faintly in your hand. The more force you apply, the faster and heavier the vibration is, to the point where it starts like mucking with your muscles and making it harder to actually apply pressure.
Are we in the cart?
Are you in the cart?
Yeah, are we in the cart?
No, we're
I think so, no.
No, we're like
We're just
gathered
walking
around.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
walking.
We're just
Okay,
gathered.
cool. Cool. We're like in a market street, right?
Yeah, next to the main outer wall.
Okay, cool.
If you looked towards the gates, the image below would be the vista you see.
I see.
Loot
Okay.
Galen Arts.
Oh, I also forgot to mention I got a little hooded lantern, and he holds it up, and he goes, "So now we can see in the dark, because I don't know the light cantrip." So,
Well, I mean, we would, my sister and I could already do that,
Mm-hmm.
and also the rest of us.
Wait.
But I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, you can
Is
see in the
Claude
dark,
human?
Wadawa.
Yeah, he's human.
Okay.
I don't have dark vision. I never did.
You know that's a spell, right? You could learn that spell.
Yeah, but that seems like a waste of a spell slot when I could just use this.
I mean, it's a pretty, it's a simple solution, and it's not like we don't need light sometimes, so, whatever. Anyway, this, your lantern is, vibrating a little bit, so I'm going to,
Oh no. You bought a sex toy.
oh my god, take it back, ew.
He takes it back.
He goes, "No, it's just the magic within. I don't know what it does, but, maybe it belonged to, like,
Check
a
it.
king or something."
Check it for holes.
And he looks around. Are there holes?
I mean, there's the hole to put the oil in, and there's the hole for the flame.
No, I don't think it's a sex toy. I think it's, just a lamp.
Okay. Give it back to me, then.
No,
Oh, come on, I want to see what it does.
it's my lamp. Buy your own. He's right over there. He sells a bunch of them. They're all
I
magic.
don't want one of those lamps. I don't want a lamp. I want to know what your lamp does.
Okay, I'm
Alright,
just
And he
gonna-
tries to
I'm gonna run
pop
over
the
to
head
place.
off.
Oh my god.
Tries to open it.
Cool. You open the lamp, and it's a lamp on the inside. There's some room to put some oil in there.
Hey.
And he talks into it and he goes,
Is there a gin in here?
The lamp does not respond.
oh.
Why would there be a gin in the lamp? That
Because
doesn't
the
make
guy
very
was
much
singing
sense.
the Aladdin song just a minute ago.
What the hell were you talking about?
I want to go talk to the lamp man.
Hello, excuse me.
Can we move on from the lamps? Oh,
No,
No,
Jesus.
Malkeith.
This is
Oh,
okay.
we should buy Malkeith a lamp.
No, he doesn't
Oh,
I don't want a lamp.
What if I made a wish with the lamp?
another inquiring customer. How can I help you, my dear lady?
I just want to know what the lamp that you sold him does.
Well,
Listen, she just leans in. This guy, he's an agent of chaos, and he fucks shit up for us all the time. So if I know what this thing does, then I can help us to keep from dying.
he looks at you for a moment. It's like, let me explain a little how the lamps work. Okay.
Okay.
Fate. Do you believe in fate? How much do you know about fate?
Nothing.
Okay, well,
Oh, no,
crash
no.
course, Fate 101, let us go. So, there is a belief that everything out there that possibly could happen has been prophesized, and that someone somewhere up in the high heavens is sitting there scribbling it all down on a piece of paper and getting it ready for us mere mortals down here on in sunny Luke Galane.
Okay.
Each one of these lamps, each one of these lanterns, they're tied to someone. Their fates have been inexplicably connected with a soul that walks the earth. And your friend over there, he found his lantern. He found his lamp.
You have enough lamps for everybody on the earth, the land.
I don't, but I have enough lamps. No, let me rephrase that. I'm not trying. I don't intend to have lamps for every single person that walks the world, but every single one of these lamps has a person that is going to find them at some point when they need them.
Okay, so what
So I
does this
found
lamp
my
do,
thing.
though?
That is for the lamp to know and for him to know, not me.
I don't know that I believe you.
Well, do you want to get a lamp of your own?
No.
Why not?
Maybe he could show her a lamp like me.
I don't have enough space in my backpack.
What if the lamp doesn't need space in your backpack? What if it's small? Can hang off your waist? Can be a little earring. You never know until you've
An earring lamp?
an earring lamp.
That sounds dangerous for hair.
Well, allow me to ask you a question.
Okay.
How dangerous would a small flame source be next to you?
Why do you ask?
He like cracks you a smile, goes, I think I know the lamp that's been waiting for you then.
Oh.
Okay.
Bends down and pulls out a little pair of earrings. They have little tiny, like maybe 3 centimeter long little lamps on them. He's been waiting for someone. And you're right. Most people would get burned if they were lit. But they seem to say that you wouldn't. So, how about it? Extends them over to you.
Buy the lamp. We're at Marshall's but burn lamps.
You are either a very very good salesman with a lot of like perception, or you are some kind of I don't know, seer or something.
Like I said, fate works in mysterious ways. And as long as you can read the strands of fate, you can know all sorts of things. I may not be able to read them perfectly, but I have an idea as to who needs to pick up what, and you are the what that's picking up these. So,
I don't know how I feel about being called a what, but now I'm curious. How much are these earrings?
50 gold per lantern. And that's 2.
I don't really have enough money for that.
Okay.
Well?
Why don't you give her half of my, 50 gold from my cut, and she can buy her earrings, and she can front the other 50.
I don't know that I need these earrings, but also I want to know what they do.
Malkeys.
No. I already got
Also,
ice cream.
what do you mean your cut? You got a pearl of power. That's your cut.
What?
It's an expensive magical item I got you.
Can if I rolled a 25 and I wasn't able to
If you
figure
don't
out.
want it, I'll take it back.
I
I'll give
want
you
it,
gold.
but I thought I
Yeah.
was getting gold in addition. Not just...
You're very funny, Malk. You're very funny, Claude. You're very
Oh
funny.
my god. Oh my god, the lantern's working already. He called me Malkeys. Now I'm top 5 fuckable. Maybe that's my wish.
Okay.
You were number 4. I wish I was number 3.
What kind of stuff do you like? What kind of things do you? I know you like lamps, probably.
I do like lamps.
Do you like? I don't have it anymore. I gave it away.
Aha, you're looking to make a barter, is it?
Yes, I have a
Oh my god! I have a water skin that a god lived in for 4 months.
Uh-huh.
It's for real. Check it out. And she pulls it out. It's empty.
So you have the shell of a water skin god. No god left.
Was he a river god or an ocean god?
He was like an ocean god,
He
like...
was an ocean god, and
Okay, so check it out. He was an ocean god and he was trapped in a pond
because it's not very much water, so he's used to being ocean, and you put him in a little pond, and he's like, shit, I don't have enough power to get out of this pond. So it's like, hello, ocean god. I didn't know he was an ocean god at the time, but I was like, hey, it sucks that you're stuck in this pond. You want to get in my water skin and I'll take you back to the ocean? And he was like, okay, yeah, I can help you along the way. And he could do this cool thing where he went with his body because he was water. And then we brought him back here and we put him in the river. And then he turned into a man and was like, teehee, I was a god the whole time. And this is the water skin that he was in the whole time.
Well, that is a very fascinating story, but bringing it back to reality for a moment, I'm not sure how this relates to the water skin being particularly meaningful. If you're as a collector.
You're talking about fate and stuff, you know, so like... This is a very fateful water skin.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, no.
It's okay, your charisma is high.
No!
Your charisma is high, but your dice is not.
It's fair, it's not a very good...
Well, that's great and all, but I don't need an empty water skin, unfortunately. I have 3 of them, actually.
That's very unfortunate for you.
I'm certain if you found the people that this god was being worshipped by, then they'd probably love to have a water skin that he used to squat inside of, but me, not so much.
Okay.
Real quick, Anton.
Mm-hmm.
What was Estrat's eye? Was it an actual physical eye, or was it like just a fake eye?
It's a fake, like, prosthetic eye.
Right. You put it in, and could you see from it if you put it attuned to it? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you lose an eye, then you can put it in the eye socket and you can see out of it like it's an eye.
Gotcha. Yeah, seeing poor Natvari floundering, Malky will make his way over. And
I have this feather. It's a magical feather. And when you throw it on the ground, it turns into a whip.
Oh.
Yes? That's pretty cool, right?
And that is pretty cool. Is this part of the deal you're going to be making? Some whip feather?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tell me what some other feathers you got?
Malky will put the boots of false tracks up on the bottom of the table.
What is this?
Now this is what we call a barter. You want to get this? I'll happily trade the lanterns for these bad boys.
Malkis, what is this?
And magic boots that change your footprints.
Oh, but don't you want those?
They only change it to be other things of my size. I couldn't make it seem like I was a duck or something.
What if you were a really big duck?
What's scarier, a duck-sized horse or a horse-sized duck?
Duck-sized
The horse-sized duck.
And
yeah.
Sorry, it was what would win in a fight: 1 horse-sized duck or 10 duck-sized horses. I think that was the question.
Either way,
I'll tell you what'll win in.
He's gonna be a duck now.
I'm sorry,
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Lantern Man. What were you saying?
Don't worry about it. I've already lost my train of thought. But I will happily trade you the lanterns for your boots of duck feet over there.
Only if you're sure, Malkis.
That's fine.
Okay, cause like, well, how much are your boots worth? Cause these are worth 100 gold, so you know. You might be losing out on your trade.
I'll only lose out on my trade if these prove to be nothing.
I mean, they are magical. You can tell they're magical, but the magic could be, I want you to buy me, or you know.
I can assure you that all of my goods are magical and have a 30-day back warranty, where if you're not satisfied with the magic, then, well, just give it back. It'll be good to go.
What, give it back?
Yes.
With a refund?
That part is implied, but...
Okay, you know, this is a city of suspicious borderment, you know, so to be careful. What if the magic does not proc, if you will, within the 30 days? How will I know?
I guess that means fate is determined that is not meant to happen.
How pretty are these earrings, Mr. God?
I'll leave it up to you. Like, if lanterns are not really your style, then sure, they're not going to be particularly exciting, but they're pretty fashionable.
I mean, if they're like little, like,
you know,
They're like-
very,
they're
very
not like-
small
Little
Turkish
braziers.
lanterns. Is very cute. Braziers
Yeah,
could be
there's-
cool too, even actually.
They are small. They're not like massive in your face, getting stuck on stuff sort of earrings.
And they're on fire.
They are functional lanterns.
Ooh, ooh. Okay, yes, do it. Ah!
Pleasure doing business with you, my friends. You'll take the boots and give you
I can't
the
believe
earrings.
You made up a vendor to buy ice cream, and me and you both bought ice cream.
For magic lamps.
Oh my god.
She kind of just she takes them and she puts them on and looks at the guy like, "You're a very good salesman."
I like to think I am.
Okay.
Whereabouts is Thulgrim, by the way?
Does he
He's
have ice
been
cream
watching
here?
this whole transaction because he knows that something is up with this guy. So he's just watching and sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Okay.
Oh my god. You guys remember who accidentally got blood pacted before?
Mm-hmm.
It's the people who
Yeah.
spot lanterns. we're
What if it's cool? What if you set things on fire? What if we make fire peacocks? Whoa.
I mean,
So random.
this guy probably was just like, I have knowledge of tieflings, and I know that a lot of them are resistant to fire, so these will totally work for this bitch. I'm not only resistant though. Anyway, I bought the ice thing and the fire thing with Malchi's money.
Malchus, you should buy one too.
No, we're moving on.
Oh. What if
Is
you
it-
ask
As-
you
As,
one?
as I
feel
said
like-
before, just because we have money does not mean I'm funding a million frivolous purchases.
Malchus,
And
what if you
Malchus,
can...
that scarf is really pretty. Can I get that?
I bought you a ring already.
Can I
But
have
it's
this
so
scarf,
pretty.
Malchus? I'm pretty cold.
Malchus, what
You're
if...
not cold, we're in the desert.
Right,
true,
but
fine.
you know,
we need to go meet Deckard Kane. Moving on.
my
No,
clothes
listen,
don't fit
no.
me anymore.
We're all just like clustered around this poor fucking guy like,
No, listen, no, come on. No, but really, but listen, like, what if you can write it off and unlike the King's time or whatever, you're like, hey, Sultan,
Yeah,
we,
it's-
need, we
Oh my
We
god, it's
needed
like a tax
this.
write-off.
yeah,
we
Tax
needed
it
this
up.
for our adventure. This was fate.
Malchus, if we bought a
You can
house,
claim it as a work expense back
Yeah.
in the Westmars.
yeah, you can get
You
like
do
like
not
paid
know
back.
how these things work. Really, you don't.
well, what
But
about the money
they'll
for
pay
the
for-
drugs that we sold? Can't
They're
you
paying
where's
for
that
where
money?
we live right now, you know, so maybe they pay for some of the shit we need on the way, and I needed these earrings.
I don't need these earrings.
Yeah,
I needed
look.
that scarf. Look at it, it's so pretty.
Oh, magic. And he holds the peacock lantern. He goes, oh, magic peacock lantern. I wish Malchus would buy me this scarf. Just shakes it a bit.
You're wasting your wish, your biscuit wish.
I don't think it worked. Alright. I wish Biscuit was here and he could talk and say, hello, Cloud. How are you? Malchus?
He gives them each one gold coin. It's like, if you can't buy the thing you want with one of these, you can't have it. We're moving on.
Malchus? And he holds the gold coin up. I want to buy more gold with this gold coin.
You can buy silver with your gold coin. That's how that works.
I'm adding a gold to my inventory.
That's fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have more gold than I thought. Whoops.
I have less than I would like.
I have 201. Whoops.
I know.
Um,
Can I?
Go.
Say,
Oh, Malchus.
No, I'm not-
75 for some
say, I'm
reason.
not going to say how much money I have because I converted a bunch of it into platinum and silver. I'm not going to say because then everyone's going to stand here with their fucking hand out.
Oh, that's
Malchus,
fine.
I actually do need healer's kits. I only have 2. So,
You get 4 uses out of 1, right?
no, I get
Get
1
10
use
uses
out of
out of it.
1.
You get 10 uses out of one.
There you go.
No. Do you?
Yes.
Why have I
Yep.
been just using them?
No, you've been,
Why
you've been-
haven't
I thought it
you
was
been
1 to
using them?
1.
no, we've been consuming charges, but I think when one of the transitions happened, I just wrote it off. I was like, who cares? I'm not tracking the charges for your fucking medic kit.
Like 3 more.
Hey,
and then we'll never have to buy them again.
I don't wanna like put you on the spot if this is gonna be a pain in the ass to do. But if it's not gonna be a pain in the ass to do, I want to use the mirror of the past on the lamp salesman.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, sure, we can do that.
On who? The
Wait, was it on
salesman?
items or was it people?
The lamps.
People.
On the lamp salesman. I thought you said on the lamps. Sorry.
No.
Thorgrim's like, and I followed you out here to meet a lamp salesman?
Please link the sales the thing. Just link
No,
the
we're waiting
mirror of
for
the past,
Peck and
please.
Kane, but these lamps are magical. So what if, they do something cool? You should get one, Thorgrim.
No, thank you.
Oh. You don't.
I don't really like all of this magical stuff.
What? You do magic.
I do the divine wishes of a holy entity. I don't play around with this.
We've heard that before.
Well, what if, can you tell if they're evil?
Uh,
So then we know, if there's a curse on them. We're like, oh, don't use them. And then we get our refund.
no.
Interesting.
You can't use protect that are evil on them?
I mean, it's protection,
Oh.
but it only works on creatures. So yes, if that lantern you're holding turns out to be a celestial, then it can't hurt you.
What if it's Tyrael? And he's
So
like,
Michelle,
no,
just keep going. I'm going to DM Michelle what you say.
okay. He opens up the lamp and goes, Tyrael! Hello! I'm calling the heavens! Oh, I wish I picked divination. Oh. Because then I could call Tyrael.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, it says you commune with the gods.
Well, they were saying that Tyrael has been very absent too, so even if
Yeah.
you could, then you probably wouldn't get through.
Well, what if, it calls him and, it's like, hello, Tyrael, my friends need help. Ball's gonna wake up and he's gonna kill us all. Or try, but I'm not quite scared of him. He's probably a
So-
worse than Dario.
Who is this Deckard Cain man that we are all out here to see? Why?
Thorgrim, have you
Ah,
not been
he's-
listening to my song the entire time that I was singing on the way here?
No, I think
So
I
back.
changed you out.
Oh my god. Okay, so I will tell you without singing it. So back in Kandaras, is that the place it was? Kandaras?
Yes,
Yeah, so back in
Kandaras.
Kandaras, okay, yeah, that's sorry. I didn't remember it very well because it was not very cool. Anyway, so back in Kandaras, Deckard Cain was living there. He's like, oh, hello, I am Deckard Cain from Tristram. And, we talked to him, and it turns out that he knows a lot about, the stuff that is going on. I guess he knows Prince Aidan personally, maybe. And, he's like, I know about Diablo and things like that. And, he's like, yeah, I'm a Horadrim, and I'm the last of the Horadrim. And so, he's very old and knowledgeable and Horadrimical. And he helped us to make the Horadric items that we have, except, we don't really use them very much because I think they're not very, you've got to switch them on properly, and we haven't. So, mostly I just prefer to use my axe instead of this Horadric sword that I have. But I have this Horadric sword, and it's it's kind of cool, I guess.
I use mine all the time.
Yeah,
Well,
I use
you know,
mine all the
not
time also.
Okay, well, I use theirs all the time, but mine is not very useful to me because my axe is just,
I
you
can't
know.
even wear mine anymore. It's too big.
I mean, I remember when I met him very, very briefly, and he gave me this belt that does is sort of rejuvenating with spells. I mean, I remember that, but I don't know. Before that, I don't know how you guys knew him. And that was sort of we had met once because he had found these, or he had these items for us.
He had like a secret kind of like alternate dimension room in like Tristram. I think we saved him from it or something. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, okay. So he sort of owed you one, and that's why he had these items. I see.
Kind of, but also it's like he
He's
doesn't
also-
like demons very much. Like I said, he's a Harodrim, and I guess Harodrim are like, yes, we are the ancient protectors who fight the demons.
Oh, I can get behind that.
So as you're having this conversation, you just hear not far away go, "Holy shit!"
What? What does it do? Okay.
I don't know what the lantern does still, but the angel talk to me from the mirror.
Wait, what? Which one?
I don't know.
Tyrael?
It wasn't
Tyrael.
Tyrael. Stop. Why do you care so much about whether or not an angel is Tyrael? Stop.
Because he's the coolest, and I don't know the rest of the other ones' names, which means they're lame.
Oh my god.
No, it's just I don't know this angel, and it was that we're doing. You guys were doing the right thing right now.
By buying lanterns?
I don't know why
good to
we
know.
had to pay some dude for earrings to do it, but he says keep doing it, and he says don't give up when it gets hard.
Do you think maybe that this guy, this lantern salesman, just has like, like a very good marketing strategy where he's like, oh yeah, an angel will show up in your mirror and be like, buy my lanterns.
That would be a pretty amazing marketing strategy.
Maybe you should do that with the ice tanks.
Oh,
See, Thulgrim, now you can buy lanterns. They're blessed by the angels, and you said you hate magic, but it's not
You
magic,
could
it's
be
angel
like,
magic.
my name is Thulgrim Ice Tank of the Ice Tanks, and my product is approved by Tyrael.
I will pass that on to my family. I am not in the marketing business for the ice tanks. It's a whole other side of the tree.
Yeah, how did they feel about you getting into the whole religion thing?
They were okay with it. We are a large family.
Okay, fair enough. So, like, you didn't go into the family business. Instead, you were like, I'm going to go and, like, be Zakaru. And they're like, okay.
Oh yes, my father's not in the family business. My grandfather wasn't in the family business.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
He left his family behind.
No, it's more so that one small group works on it, and they don't want too much family to get involved. They feel there'd be infighting and control issues, so they've split off sort of. And until one of us invents something new and chooses to start our own a new line, it will just be the ice tanks.
So,
Thulgrim, you should make the fire tank where you cook things. We'll call it a smoker
a smoke
or a
box.
grill.
Smokebox. Ice tank.
So as you're talking, you hear like trumpeting from outside, from beyond the gate. You see a whole bunch of commotion starting to occur as people start heading towards the gate to see what's happening. And lo and behold, there is a large stream of wagons that are starting to come into the city. The caravan from Canduras has finally arrived.
I do like this, and my lantern earrings turn on.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, they're both crack to life. And you notice that they have like, it's like they're incense lanterns as well. So there's like now a very pleasant scent following you around as you move.
She looks back at the lantern man. It's kind of like, all right, man.
Let's go see Deckard Karen.
Wait, can I put mine on my belt? How big is this lantern he gave me?
The lantern he gave you, since it's like, it's quite long. Like it's less of a lantern and more of a metal peacock.
Oh my god, it's an improvised weapon.
Like you can light it and it will be lit up, but it's much more peacock than lantern.
Well, okay. I can't hang it from my belt. I'll just
You
put
could,
it in my bag.
it may just be a bit cumbersome as all.
No, I'll leave it in my bag. I will put the hooded lantern on my belt, though.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. Much like before, when you guys all arrived, a cohort of Janissaries is also heading out to the city gate to start escorting the caravan deeper into the city. And you can see all sorts of people, some familiar, some not, getting up and waving and cheering as they're like cheering along with the crowds that sort of come in. They're having a grand time about it all. And much like before, the Janissaries very quickly form up around them and start guiding the caravan deeper into the city, away from the curious crowds. But you do get to spy Deckard Cain in the back of one of Oriv's carts, having a conversation.
Like, before, like as the caravan is like, excuse me, as the caravan is like moving in before the Janissaries like completely surround it. Would there be time to hop onto the back of one?
Yes, there would be.
Yeah, Malky will like motion for everybody to follow him, and he'll run up and hop into the back of a cart.
Oh.
Sure. Can you all do me a stealth roll, please?
I'm so fucked.
Not necessarily.
Oh, that's pretty good. No, it isn't.
A stealth roll?
Yeah.
2.
Well, at least I wasn't Dolgrim.
Heavy armor's a bitch.
That comes to an average of 16, so you all manage to, through collaborative teamwork, get onto the carts without being spotted by the guard or the Janissaries that come around. As far as they're aware, you are a part of the caravan the entire time.
I'm going to say my 30 helped to balance that too.
Yes, it did.
Happened, like, the reason Thulgrim rolled a 2 is because people started looking, going, "That's Thulgrim of the Ice Tank family.
Thulgrim Ice Tank. I love your tanks.
Sign my ice tank."
I put my dying father in an ice tank and he's still there. Cool. You'll clamber in the back, and Deckard Cain sort of amusedly looks over to you. He's like, I see you've all been busy, my friends. How are you all?
Hello, Deckard Cain. I'm not a bird anymore.
Well, that is quite good. I was going to say that I don't quite recognize you, but I am assuming, using context clues, that you are young Claude.
I am, yes.
You look good. You look good without the bird features.
I don't notice a difference.
What?
You act exactly the same, so I'm not noticing much of a difference.
What have I done? What? You tell me I haven't done nothing.
No, we're not talking about now. We're talking about hello, Deckard Cain. Hello, Deckard Cain. I made a song about you. I won't sing it though because it's not very good.
I can't wear my armor anymore, Deckard. So you need to fix it. Make it into something better.
Need to fix what?
Don't worry about Claude Dubois. He is.
I didn't create these items. You found them in the vaults back in the Tamo Manor. Yes.
All right. So you can't
yes, but you like. Well, no. Okay. First of all, I have a question, and this one is kind of frivolous. So this is like a Claude Dubois style question. Do you have any tattoos? Because we've found like Okay, I'm not going to get into the details, but we found Horodric tattoos on something. Do you have Horodric tattoos? I'm curious.
No, I do not. The Horodrim have not been tattooing their members since the time of the Great Dark Exile long ago.
It was a very old dead guy.
Yeah, that fits because they were from a hero of the Horodrim.
His face darkens a bit at that. I see that much has been happening here then.
We're having a meeting today at noon, and you're invited.
Oh,
So to give you the short story, there is undead in the city, and they're getting worse and worse, and they were sent by the Dark Wanderer. Prince Aiden has sent them to keep the city on the lockdown, more or less.
So Diablo is on the move then.
Well, the ball He's in the city too, or well,
Well.
somewhere. And we need the Staff of Kings to kill him because they're trying to bring him back. I forgot to mention that.
No, we need
They're
a Staff
trying-
of Kings to get into the tomb.
Yeah,
to kill
yeah.
him.
Diablo is trying to get into the tomb of Talarasha. We need the
Mhm.
Staff of Tombs to follow him.
That makes sense, though I am assuming someone has set you up to it, and hopefully that was Drognan, though I can only dream that maybe the politics of the city will be set aside and that we'll all come together to stop the coming darkness.
Well, that is the hope. Drognan has been a very big ally to us so far, so thank you for pointing us towards him. He's been very useful, actually. He's very
That's
helpful.
good.
But also, oh, sorry.
I accidentally
he-
talked to an angel.
Accidentally what, sir?
I accidentally talked to an angel.
He looks at you like, oh, what happened?
That lantern man over there, and she points as they pass by.
Bye.
I looked at his passing this mirror of fate thing, and then there was an angel who looked at me and said, "Hey, you're doing the right thing. Have a good time. Don't fuck up."
As if a message was left for you.
Yes, but I had to pay
Well-
for it. It was like really expensive postage.
Well, it has been a long time since any angel has walked the world, so I guess you're paying for that service. He cracks a smile.
Oh my god, Decker, kinda missed you.
That sounds to me like the work of Ethereal, the Archangel of Fate. Is a
Oh, that makes sense. He talked about fate a lot.
he is a reclusive entity and one that we have very little knowledge about, but it seems to be ever present.
He's a lantern seller now.
Okay. I
Okay,
suspect he is not selling lanterns.
Oh yeah,
Hello?
And he holds out the peacock lantern.
And also he sold me this, and she got ones that are earrings, and that I think it was a gift from Ethereal. Hello, and he opens up the lantern and talks to, "Hello, Ethereal, can you hear me? Hello."
I suspect that Ethereal has not directly intervened. The high heavens laws bind them against interfering with the mortal world directly, but that hasn't stopped Tyrael. That being,
Where's
yes.
Ethereal? Can you call him? Do you have whatever cell phones are here?
I do not have a cell phone, no.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you have like a message or
So,
like a-
we've been focusing way too
flare.
much on the lanterns. Lanterns are done, okay? We're done with the lanterns. Okay, let us, Decarcane, I'm going to give you the short story. Undead in the City, okay? Horizon's Arcane Sanctuary probably is where all of them are coming from, because maybe there's demons or something in there and it's been opened. The inner city has been sealed and all of the Janissaries are in there and are, apparently a lot of them are dying because they're trying to keep the sanctuary from, becoming a problem. And I'll give you the short story as well. We have allies in the city. We've got obviously Drognan. We've got
Al-Hakan,
we've got Al-Hakan, the vampire.
Lashar,
Lashar, who is a Lakunai. We've got several other
Spirits.
tieflings.
Lysander in the college.
And Lysander from the college. So,
And the
we don't
Zachary-
Zachary in Exiles.
And Farah.
yeah, and the local Zakharum have also agreed to help us.
Well, that's quite the band of brothers.
we did that in 2 days. What have you been doing?
That I've been traveling across the wastes to get here with people from Kandurus.
I was kidding.
Did any of the
It's
rogues?
a joke.
Did any of the rogues come with you?
A couple did. Most of them wished to remain behind to help rebuild the order, but a few felt like they could no longer be a part of it after everything that they went through, which everyone heals differently, and the mind heals much slower than the body, so...
What about that one? The one who was taken over by the Blood Raven. Is she here? She's like right there.
Leisha is with us. She's not in this cart, but she's in another one of the carts, yes.
I saw we spied on you a little bit, and we saw her, and she looks different now, huh?
I did notice. I did feel a presence, but it did not seem to be malicious, so I left it be. Yes, she's physically is doing much better. I do think it will take some time for her to put the demons to rest, so to speak. But she is resilient and has quite a bit of zeal. Oh, zeal's the wrong word. Dedication? Commitment? I think she'll be okay. It'll just take some time.
Also, Blood Raven was trapped in my head, and, everybody killed him. I forgot to mention that.
That's true.
Oh.
That's why he was a bird.
I guess Andariel had one last surprise for us all.
I don't know
I
if
would
it
wager
was the last one.
It was kind of the first one, really.
That's what I was actually about to say. I suspect that there will be other traps left lying in wait. Especially because Andariel, well, I do not think she was going to be the only lesser evil that has been brought into the world. There are 3 others, and of the 3, one of them is closely tied to Andariel.
Yeah, I was going to say, out of character, haven't we heard a bit about Duriel? I don't remember.
You wouldn't have. Oh, you've heard a little bit about Duriel, but mostly that he's the Prince of Pain, that is the brother to Andariel.
Okay.
Uncle.
Anyway, so right now we know 3 things that we need. We know that we need 2 pieces of the Staff of Kings. We know that one is in the desert, held by the Lacunite tribes. I think it is the headpiece. And the staff is in the city, in a casino run by the Mortuary cult. Which is a little bit funny, but whatever.
It's a bit saddened by that. He goes, these were items of ancient and arcane power that were a symbol of our triumph against the darkness, and the fact that they have now been reduced to goods being peddled at a gambling hall is very disappointing to hear.
Don't be sad, good king.
On top of that, we know that if we are going to find the Tomb of Tal Rasha, we have to go into the Arcane Sanctuary.
Horizon Sanctuary. I was going to ask a few questions about it, namely if you are certain that is in fact what has been found. Though there were rumors that it was in the city somewhere, but as with many rumors, you could never be entirely sure.
Well, we've kind of discussed this with Drognan, and it seems likely that it is the Arcane Sanctuary of Horizon.
There was people talking about portals under the palace, and so was it Drognan that said that's definitely what it was?
Well, Drognan was telling us that the city was actually founded by Horizon, and that the palace used to belong to Horizon. So it seems, I don't know, deductive reasoning, it seems likely that the Arcane Sanctuary underneath the palace that was made by Horizon is the Arcane Sanctuary that was made by Horizon.
It does all line up, and Drognan would be the one to know about Vajeri history. They do not write a lot of it down. Much of it is verbal because they believe that some of it deserves to be forgotten and some of it should not be left so others could take it. I just worry about what might be left within the sanctuary that is attempting to escape. It is a very old piece of history, and it's from a time long, long past. There will be some very frustrated demons within that sanctuary. When you're stuck in a timeless, formless void for 1,000 years, the mind does not necessarily stay solvent.
That is a good word for that. Anyway, you're probably right. And, look around, right? Obviously we have Janissaries escorting you now, but you're not going. If we pass a corner, you're going to see there a non-standing guard. The city has pretty much been left to its own devices because there's undead everywhere. They come out at the night times, and so far it seems like the only one doing anything about it has been Al Khan. The actual Janissaries are all in the palace district, and we don't know what's really going on. But from what we can tell, is they're all fighting the demons.
Well,
losing.
My question there is who gave the order to pull them back? I don't know much about young Jaren, the Sultan. He is a very inexperienced ruler and unfortunately has been thrust into a world of politics and backstabbing long before he should have been.
Khan thinks that he is being puppeted by the mortuary cult.
Concerning, but not impossible. The mortuary cult is an ancient part of Lutgalane's history as well, almost as old as Horizon's Sanctuary, in fact. They've never felt particularly happy with being overruled by the Sultan. I know that much, but for them to act against the Sultan would be a little, well, as I said, troubling.
Did you know that you're not allowed to teleport here?
I do. It's believed that if you teleport, your body leaves the soul behind, and that your body then becomes a soulless husk. Do not adhere to this line of thought, but it is what the mortuary cult preaches.
I don't get why that would make them angry, because they're already making like undead people, and that's kind of the same thing.
I think that is...
They control us, right?
Exactly. I think that is the difference. Though I'm not entirely sure. They have a long, long history that was one that I did not study. There will be reasons. If they seem strange to you and I, that is simply because we are born of a different place.
God, why are you so nice about this? I think they're being stupid.
I did not disagree with that.
But you said it in a nicer way.
Exactly. So, you're hoping for this meeting of wayward warriors to try and combat the darkness, is that correct? It's funny. The ancient Haradrim came together for the first time in a very similar way when the mage clans set aside their differences to take on outsiders from around the world to fight the horrors of Diablo and his brothers. Seems like history is repeating itself.
Hopefully well for them, and it will go well for us.
That's what we can hope for.
Does that make us like Horadrim, kind of, in a way?
I don't think that
like
you'll be...
honorary Horadrim.
I don't think you'll be Haradrim per se, but maybe a new generation of Haradrim is required for a new generation of threat.
I think we should call ourselves something else.
Big double Haradrim.
People have a hard time saying Haradrim. Sometimes it sounds like erotic, and that's weird.
Also, not to badmouth the Haradrim of the past or your order, Kane, but it seems like some people have a negative connotation with the old scholars of Haradrim.
Well, people are gonna have a negative connotation with anything, no matter what it is. They simply look for reasons to perpetuate their own biases and ideas. I wouldn't worry too much about that particular baggage.
Well, no, it was just a reason to not call ourselves the new Haradrim.
We'll call ourselves, the crows.
No.
No?
Well, how about it's a discussion that is had with all of the people that you have brought together for this meeting?
That's fine.
Decide on a name.
I suppose.
Are you okay? Do you need any food or anything before we head to... We are staying at the Masquerade, and that's where the meeting is going to be.
Ah, the Masquerade. Okay.
Paper faces on parade.
I'm quite all right for food. Warif has been very generous with his rations, and we have eaten quite well along the journey.
That's cool.
We even had some curious lacunae escort us along some of the journey. They were very interested to see a large caravan returning to the roads.
Do you know that people here call Candoras the mud country?
I unfortunately do. It is a shame. Candoras could be a great place if only people stopped belittling it constantly. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy where it can never grow because no one believes it can.
And because the people there are intolerant.
And they had that terrible king.
Well, now
The
they got
only-
Countess Francia, and I'm sure she'll make it all golden and stuff, and we'll come back and they'll call it the Golden City. Cause,
Francia's not in command
in-
there.
No,
we should-
it's Marcus Gruber.
Yeah, yes, Krupa.
Oh, I forgot about that little bit. Oh,
Well-
I mean,
Oh.
Dolgrim didn't. Dolgrim's best friends with the new king.
or maybe
No, not
a
quite.
diplomatic marriage between Marcus Kruber and Francia.
The only way to solve intolerance is education, and if they're not going to willingly put the educational efforts out there, then it'll always be a stain on existence and all those other fun phrases that get thrown around.
Is
I
there
don't
anything
think
else?
a lot of people can read Deckard Cain, and the only college I know of is here. I had to come all the way from Enstein, all the way here. I don't think most people can read.
Stig is a little backward is not correct. It's very traditional.
It's my home. And
You
it's
say
nice.
such things in such a kind way.
It's cold, and we have spirit animals and stuff. But
Yes,
I like it.
it has an important role to play with the barbarians of Ariet to the north and with Candorus and Westmarch to the south. It is the bridge between what some would say the civilized future and the primeval past, both important parts of mortal kind's journey on the face of existence.
Isn't there ruins too of like ghosties? Right?
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Is there anything else we should talk to Deckard Cain about before we are with everybody and maybe we don't want them to hear what we have to say?
Only that the top priority any one of us can have is stopping the prime evils from doing and achieving whatever their goals are. I am aware that many of you originally started this quest looking for fortune and fame and all these other things, but
I was bored.
you were bored. And I am certain that there will be the capacity for fortune and fame along the way. But know that if you do not do what must be done, it is very possible that our world will change for the worst forever.
Well, I
That
don't
is a
quite
pretty
like
dire
that.
sentiment.
I like the world, so
The prime evils have escaped their imprisonment. That much is certain. And I suspect that they have played us the entire time to get to this point. Very well may be that we are still walking into a trap, but we need to be vigilant, and sometimes traps need to be triggered in order to get past them.
Very true. It is very true.
Other than that, I do not have any other knowledge to share about this topic. I am very curious about Ethereal's involvement in all of this, however. The Archangel of Fate has never been one to make itself known, but it has appeared before you directly, Atvari.
I did have a question about that.
Yes,
I had
of course.
wanted to try and speak with Ethereal. I carry an object that I have been told maybe they can help me with. Do you know how to get in contact if they're watching, or
Like,
is this mirror?
sort of like furrows his brow at you again. It's like, what do you mean by... what is the context here?
So he shows the little vial of green, sort of a glowing green liquid
Mhm.
that he has from the first time he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yes, I don't know why I have this. I just know that it is important to me. It has something to do with that death and possibly the abilities that I have gained from it.
Hmm.
And I was told that maybe they might know.
Well, Ethereal will certainly know. It knows a great many things, but communicating with the high heavens is much more difficult than communicating with the burning hells, and even communicating with the hells is not simple. Heaven has sworn to keep itself removed from mortal affairs, though now it seems like we have not one but two archangels who are defying heaven's decree. The entity rules over fate and justice, both of which is as interesting as it is also concerning.
Oh, the angel said to also help preserve justice, so I guess they're working together?
Potentially, most likely. Originally, it was Justice's decision that prevented mortal kind from being exterminated in ancient prehistory. Though, I do wonder what will happen if those who voted against mortal kind's existence clued on to their brethren interfering with the mortal world like this.
Oh, okay. Well, it was you had mentioned the name, and I thought maybe you knew how I might be able to reach them.
I do not think that you'll be able to reach Ethereal directly, though it is very clear that Ethereal has marked you in some way. Perhaps that is the source of your powers, some measure of control over fate itself. Do any others happen to have a blessing where they can potentially change outcomes in such a way, or?
I kind of do. Well, yeah. You know, I'm a divination wizard.
Well, I guess that makes 3 of you that have been touched by Ethereal's power. I guess he has more of a stake in this than I previously thought.
What if I'm ethereal?
Keep an eye out for anything that might be related to fate, Thulgrim. I suspect that you will be integral at some point, but as I said, I do not believe that speaking with an archangel directly is something that any one of us is going to be doing anytime soon.
I understand. It was just something I've been looking forward to seeing.
Of course.
What if Malkis bought me the divination spell and then I, tried to call one of the gods?
I'm not sure if the heavens would answer, once again, because they have sworn they would not. Tyrael only managed to interact with the mortal world the way he did by hiding his presence from his brethren. He did. Much to the displeasure of the other angels, no doubt. To have justice ignoring their laws is a little bit of a...
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
Wait. Can you use the mirror on Tyrael?
We'd have to find Tyrael.
No. Couldn't Deckard Cain?
No.
Oh.
No, Tyrael has not, he's not hanging out, so to speak.
Oh, he's flying.
Cool. So with all that, he's like, well, I will meet you at the masquerade when this procession is done. Unless you wish to simply wait with me, we can catch up if you would prefer.
Do you have anything else we need to do?
I am slightly interested if the same thing happens to this caravan that happened when we arrived.
And give me a insight roll, actually. Guess this.
Not that I didn't want to see you, Mr. Kane. It was just we had a very unusual response when we came, and I'm interested to see if it happens again. Wow.
Well. So, yeah, you're just wondering. You're wondering this out loud. Like, I wonder if we're going to have the same thing happening. Maybe some of the others will notice or realize, but you don't. You're following the exact same path that you had been before. Like when you all came into the city.
Are we in like a covered type of caravan, or is it open to?
It's like a covered caravan with a sort of some flaps at the back. I'm just going to say, like, given enough time, you will realize eventually, but you will end up in the center of town, in front of the palace, and the exact same speech gets given from the towers, projecting the face of the Sultan down to everyone.
Could I make a perception check or an insight check to see if the clothes of the Sultan are the same?
Sure.
That's good thinking. Good thinking.
Do whichever one you prefer. They are. It is the exact same image.
Yeah, now after, as it's going on, Malky will lean down and be like, I believe it might not be the Sultan. It might be a pre-recorded magical illusion.
So they don't think
He's saying the exact same thing verbatim and wearing the exact same clothes as when we first got here.
Oh no, do you think the little Sultan is dead?
He's either dead or he is being squirreled away somewhere, and whoever is actually in control in the castle is transmitting this recording of him. Or this of him.
Could it be an illusion? Like someone pretended to be him?
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. It's not the Sultan speaking. It's somebody creating an illusion of the Sultan, saying the exact same things, wearing the exact same clothes as he was wearing.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
Use the mirror on it?
I can't use the mirror again today.
Use it once a day.
Damn.
I was like, surely I won't need it for anything else today. I want to know about this lantern man. And then I saw an angel.
That's true.
Hold on. So is the projection of the Sultan appearing above us now?
Yeah, so it's like there's these like tall spires around the city at the inner ring of the walls and also above the palace. A large projection of the Sultan's face, like a bust shot basically of the Sultan doing a presentation, speaking out to the city. His voice is magically echoed or amplified around everywhere. So yeah, you can see it from, it's not like right above you, but it's around.
Let me refresh my thing.
Sure.
All right, so
You remember when I was like, I'm forgetting something. I didn't do it to eat.
Ow.
And now I have.
what the fuck is going on?
Something not showing up.
Yes, I'm trying to activate my crystal ball. Anyway, I use my crystal ball.
Sure, okay. What exactly are you trying to find?
I'm scrying on using these giant images of him as a likeness or picture.
Hell yeah.
I am casting scrying, which I don't fucking... I can't post it into chat though because the crystal ball isn't fucking working.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing, so there has been some patches that have happened and I haven't downloaded them yet, so I'm assuming something's broken that way.
Alright, anyway, you can see and hear a particular creature that you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 17, and they have a save modifier of -2 because I have a likeness or picture, so basically they need to roll DC 19. Which is modified by how well you know the target. Okay, so I have second-hand knowledge of the target, because I haven't met them, right?
Mhm.
Okay. If the target knows you're casting the spell, they can fail the spell voluntarily. Okay, so I have second-hand knowledge, so the DC is 12, 14. It's 14. DC 14. On a successful save, the target isn't affected, but on a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target, and I can see and hear through the sensor as if I were there.
Okay. I think it's under the D&D system. I haven't patched that, and there's some other stuff that's broken, so I can fix that later.
Yep. Either way, I'm using the projections of the Sultan to scry on the Sultan.
Cool. So, as you're scrying to the ball, and it's swirling for a bit, and after about 4 or 5 seconds, it starts to materialize, and you see the Sultan in a deep green chamber, like black stone floors, granite walls, and he looks to be unconscious and held in some sort of magical sleep. And there are around him, you see 4 Mauntry Guardian golems standing, their arms crossed across their chests and the weapons sort of sitting up the side. And
okay, yep. The
if you look at
cult are definitely the bad guys. Sorry.
And if you look around, you can see there's about 24 undead that are just crouched in a state of slumber, hunched over, around the room, just lying there, unmoving, but very much not decomposing or rotten. They are there as guards as well.
Okay. And so that's everything I can see in this room?
Yep.
Okay, so the Sultan is in a deep green chamber, you said, so he looks like he's magically asleep?
Yes.
Are there any physical restraints on him?
No, there are not.
Okay. Are there any other major features of the room? So I see the golem and the undead. Are there any humans or, cultists in there?
Not that you can see yet. You can see there's a lot of mist and smoke sort of rolling around. As you sort of pan around the room, you can see that there's some stairs, some granite stairs that ascend up to a second floor. And you see another golem just walking along in a patrol pattern.
I have a question.
Sure.
Are there any windows in this room?
No.
Okay, so he's probably underground.
There's no natural light.
Okay. Is there any source of light whatsoever, or am I sort of relying on my...
Yes, it looks like that there's these blue crystals that are inlaid into the walls that make up... It's in backlighting a religious script that is running along the walls.
Okay.
And that seems to be the main source of light.
All right. Well, as I'm seeing this, Veracil is just going to be narrating, relaying this out loud to her party, and also Deckard Kane. So I'm seeing there's a green room. There is the Sultan. He is definitely not speaking into any kind of magical object. He's asleep, and it doesn't look like he's been awake for a while. There is no natural light, no windows, probably underground. 4 mortuary cult golems, and a lot of undead. They look like they are inert, but I'm pretty sure he is not here because he wants to be. I'm not seeing any janissaries or palace staff. It's all mortuary cult stuff.
As you were speaking, you notice that the form of the Sultan shimmers and then disappears. So do all the golems. About half of the what are they called? Undead that are lying around as well.
Okay. So what? So they vanish?
Their form shimmers for a bit, and then they seem to vanish.
What remains?
About half dozen of the undead are still lying there. The actual perspective of the camera of the scrying orb does not change.
Well, I relate that too. Okay, so the Sultan just disappeared, and so did the golems and some of the undead.
Is someone trying to block your vision? Or are they preventing you from scrying them?
Okay, so the sensor from scrying moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet for the duration of the... Does the sensor move?
No.
Okay, based on what I think I know about this item, I'm pretty sure he is still there, but someone is trying to prevent me from seeing him.
Someone is covering it up there. How do you say the word from?
Obfuscating.
Yes, that word.
Oh, good. I hope that they know that I'm here, because I hope they come for me, because I'm going to show them why I'm a goddess.
Yeah. As you say, you hear this hissing coming from behind the sensor, in a long, maybe 12-foot long snake lady slithers on forward with. Rather than doing the big old description, looks like they're a Medusa of some sorts, with like head full of snakes and a body of snake and arms that are not snake. They are real arms. Good job, Medusa.
Lady arms on snake.
Okay.
And its glowing blue eyes sort of turn and look at the sensor, and it just sort of stares for a bit before it tilts its head a little.
Cool. Verasiel going to try and speak out loud and see if... I'm assuming not, but Verasiel would know, like, hello, can you hear me?
It sort of like tilts its head back the other way, and then a wide grin appears on its mouth. It's like lip. You notice that it doesn't actually have any lips. Sort of like just curls back its mouth, and large jagged teeth sort of going all the way up to here get revealed, and it just nods.
Oh my god!
And then
you
you see
can
it's
hear
like,
me.
and you see its eyes dilate, and it like leans back for a bit.
So this is interesting. We can talk, or at least I can talk to you. So can you not talk? Do you not have a voice?
That doesn't respond.
Okay, well.
Maybe it was just a coincidence. You're not supposed to be able to talk through crying.
Maybe, but maybe she's crying back onto me.
Oh no.
Not very leans in close to Verasiel and just does like a bunch of
Protective wards.
yeah, protective birds.
Do you describe what you're seeing? Do you describe the Medusa?
Yeah, no, it's a Verasiel when she's not talking directly to the Medusa will be kind of like describing to her body, like, you know, like... Yeah, so now I'm looking at a snake woman. She has a head of hair that is not hair, it is snakes, and her body is a snake, and she has the arms of a person, but she also has no lips.
Can she
Interesting.
turn you into stone if you look at her?
Well, I am not turning into stone, am I?
Not yet, but what
You're not
if she
technically
has
looking
the
directly at her though.
It is fine, I will... It doesn't matter very much. Okay, well, I think that I've seen all that I need to see, so unless you can actually hear me or not hear me, or are looking at me through some magic of your own, you know, like, I'm going to go. Do you have something to say? Maybe you know? Oh, no, hang on. Yes, sister.
You said
So-
the snake looked up, right?
It looked up. You also noticed that like after it smiled and nodded at you, it's gone completely rigid. It has not moved. It's as if it's a statue itself.
Okay. Well, either
up.
way, I think that I'm... Oh, okay, I'm looking up.
You see a roof.
Okay.
Okay, there is a roof.
Never mind.
Okay. All right, I think that we are done with the bulk for now. I'm going to put that away. Just, you know, a nice little...
Good job.
So, do you guys think that the Janissaries are in on it?
The mortuaries, yes. The Janissaries, not so much.
You think that they... Okay, because maybe, like, you know, if the Janissaries know about this, they, you know, the ones that are still alive might even help us. But, you know, I don't want to rely on that because maybe they are working for the mortuary cult. I mean, you know. They are supposed to be the Sultan's guards and protectors, right?
Yeah, you know, if the mortuary cult is his house is Sultan and they're in charge of the Janissaries and just that actually makes a lot of sense. I think the mortuary cult is controlling Janissaries. I don't know that it's the Janissaries' fault because you know they're just like soldier guys. But if the mortuary cult had an endless, well, not endless, but a very large supply of just, you know, town soldiers, and they were like, well, we need to go into this place full of demons, let's just use the town guard. We don't care about them. So that's probably why all the Janissaries are dying. The mortuary cult's just like, go in there. This is your job.
I will bring this up. Do not mention this at a meeting that we have seen in the seen inside. Also, it also appeared that it was an illusion.
No, they probably made
If
them
I'm reading this
invisible.
right.
The orb would find the real Sultan, not the...
Why would we
Not
not
all
mention it at
inside.
the meeting?
Not to the mortuary, the mourners that we're going to meet there, because it
There's
gives
no
away
mourners
the...
invited.
We didn't invite the mourners. We invited Al-Hakam.
Didn't we invite the mortuary cult?
No. We're all very fucking suspicious of the mortuary cult.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I met with a representative earlier, but no. Okay.
You did, but for a different reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's when you met. Yeah, you met the ghost that came out and was like, "Hello, it's me, Hive Mind Jim, at your service."
Right. Yeah. Then disregard that. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you something, Castus.
That's Marquis.
Well, that got a lot more exciting very quickly. So now the Sultan is like a hostage in his own palace, and who knows? Maybe we're going to have a lot more of things to contend with, because if we have to fight through also the Janissaries and the mortuary cult to get to the Arcane Sanctuary, well, that's going to make things a little bit difficult. I mean,
And
I
it's
could
also-
probably do it.
It's also dangerous for Dolgrim now, right? We have to figure out a way to keep his soul in his body.
Well, I mean, it's their headquarters. That was where the pull was so strong.
Dolgrim,
So, what?
maybe you need to go back and buy a lantern and put your soul in it.
Hmm.
The
No,
Soul
I'm not doing
Lantern.
that.
You could be Thresh from League of Legends.
What if
Oh.
I used hold person on his soul so it couldn't float away?
And that doesn't work that way, even I know that.
If that stone snake lady was a member of the mortuary cult, we also face a new issue.
Huh?
As Thorgrim and I experienced, the souls in the mortuary cult are sort of a hive mind.
Oh.
Which
That's
means
cool.
since you spoke to her, they possibly know who you are.
You
All
can't,
of them do.
can't hear speech through.
Good, let
Right.
them come for me. It
I
will be
kn-
their last mistake.
I know you are an immortal badass, but having an entire city's worth of undead raining down on the rest of us might be
Could be problematic,
inconvenient.
yes.
Hey, you guys who went to see the mortuary cult, you didn't tell them where we're staying, did you?
No.
Okay, but also maybe
But
we
we-
should move the meeting place or something.
We are also we're not exactly inconspicuous.
Do you?
Maltese, I have a couple of questions.
Hmm.
Okay, so first of all, you are pretty friendly with the changelings, right?
Correct.
Do you think that maybe hiring them or something to help out, I'm thinking if we need to get into the city, we don't even worry about the patron. We just be like, hey, can you pick someone big and important to turn into and just walk us through the gate, and then we'll walk through the gate. We'll have someone like, oh, I'm the Duchess, get out of my way. And then the Janissaries will be like, oh, but Duchess, you're inside. And then they'll be like, no, I'm right here. What are you doing, you fool? Get out of my way. And they'll be like, oh, no. And then they got out of the way. What do you think of that? Do you think they would go with that?
I don't want to insult you, but I feel like that's sort of a Claude plan.
Well, I actually have a plan.
Okay, well, I'm feeling a little insulted now.
You might like it. So they know who we are, but they don't know everyone else, right? So what if the changelings turned into us and walked around the city, and we went into the masquerade and they walk out, and then
But
they'll
if they
follow
scry
them
on
around?
us, it would still come to us and not the other person. I think that the best thing to do for as far as the meeting is probably keep it where it is, and people like Deckard can see when you're being scried on.
Also, because he's the Sultan, he doesn't take visitors unless he says he does. So, if he is not in control, I imagine whoever is in control will turn away whoever goes to see him.
We don't need to visit the Sultan. We just need to get through the gate into the Palace District. From there, we can do whatever we want. Who's going to stop us? I'm unkillable, and the rest of you basically just hide behind me, and I will kill everything.
But all of the Janissary guards,
Are busy fighting
They-
demons. Don't even worry about it.
I'm pretty sure they will be there to stop us. They're protecting the palace. That is their main goal. Am I not correct?
Well, okay, but we don't tell them we're here to see the Sultan. We just be like, hey, we're hired bodyguards for this. Definitely not a changeling we're with, and we're here to go to the palace to sign some forms or whatever they do in the palace. What do they do in the palace?
They don't sign forms. That's what the Guild of Hospitality is for.
Oh, okay. Well, like I don't know.
The palace
things.
is literally just where the Sultan lives, so there's no reason for anybody to go there unless they're meeting the Sultan.
Not to revisit an old plan, but couldn't me and Malkis just, teleport in once we get in? And then, Malkis sneaks around and finds the prince, and I just kind of am his exit.
I don't want to sneak around a hostile palace full of undead who will definitely know that I'm not supposed to be there.
Okay. We're getting ahead of ourselves. All I'm asking is, do you think it is worth asking the changelings if they would like to get involved, or if we should just leave them out?
I don't think it... The plan isn't a bad plan. I just don't want to involve people in this plan who could possibly get hurt if we don't need to.
Okay, well, I don't disagree with you. Like, I'm just thinking, like, having shapeshifters on our side could possibly be very useful. But whatever. Look, we've got enough. We've got the plan. Let's meet with everyone.
So what if someone just gave them a bunch of money and was like, tell me what they hired you for, and then they're like, yeah, that's no problem, and then, they betray us. They're not exactly idealistic.
Yeah, but that's fine. But we've already agreed that we're going to leave them out, so whatever. Like, I see where you're coming from, but, don't worry about it. Let's just meet with the people we've agreed to meet with.
I think that works.
Cool.
Sound good, Deckard Kane?
Yes, that sounds quite fine to me.
Good. Time skip!
Time skip to the masquerade. You get carted around like a show pony. You go to the middle of town. You have the big old speech. You get dumped off just like you did previously, and you head off to the masquerade. Half past midday comes around. Oh,
wait. When we get out of the cart, I look at Biscuit, and I hold up the lantern, and I go, "Hi, Biscuit."
Biscuit looks at you.
Oh.
And, goes to start licking the lantern and tries nibbling on the little peacock head. Bites it a couple of times and shakes his head a bit as it starts to vibrate, and he doesn't much care for the vibrating on his teeth.
I give him a sugar cube and go inside. Okay. Well,
Biscuit likes the sugar cube.
Yeah.
What's the other horse called again? Fucking Claude the horse. That's right.
No, just
Claude the horse. No, it's Claude the horse. Claude the horse is looking very longingly at the sugar cube you gave Biscuit.
Wow.
It's
Claude the boy.
It's okay, Claude the bois.
You're not Biscuit. You're Veraciel's horse, so she has to give you sugar cube.
Okay, I don't.
Alright, well, he didn't talk, so mission failed.
I don't have sugar cubes in my inventory, so I just give it a carrot or something.
Here, have a
It
heart
seems
check
pretty-
Russian.
It seems pretty happy with the carrot.
Okay, alright, now we can skip forward. I'm sorry, I just, I wanted to see. I was like, maybe.
Wish I might. Let my horse say words tonight.
Wait, I could polymorph Malkis into a horse, and then he could say what I want him to say.
That's not how that works.
So you can't talk.
Oh, well, I'll just use talk with animals and be like, Malkis, tell him what I told you.
Why don't you just speak with animals with Biscuit?
Yeah, God.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You go around so many circles.
Okay. So, the meeting.
That sure was Rip. It was a fun day. I got
Wait,
some
you're
ice cream and some earrings that have to do with angels and also smell good.
I don't think you're. Well, I don't know.
What?
I don't think your earrings have to do with angels.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
A silver man who believes in fate had a past in a mirror that was the angel of fate. Thulgrim.
I thought you said the angel of fate gave you a message. He spoke to you. And...
Do you know what this mirror does?
Yeah, it shows you a person's history, doesn't it?
The
Which
past.
wouldn't be a message that they're directly giving to you.
Yeah,
So
maybe
they
like
could-
maybe one time he spoke to a guy who was the Angel of Fate, and the Angel of Fate was like, "Hey, Natavari, how are you going?" And it's this guy with the lamp salesman was like, "My name isn't Natavari, I'm like Steve or something."
Okay, but still, it just means that he's connected to the Angel of Fate somehow. The Angel of Fate was like, hey, got to talk to this guy so that I can talk to Natavari later. Because she's so cool and also needs pretty earrings that smell good. These are angel earrings!
Yeah, and this is my angel peacock. See, it has wings like an angel, but
But
It's a
also like a peacock.
you know me so well, Malkeith. You know me heart.
So as you're speaking, so this is back at the masquerade. You're all sort of waiting around, and then the door that leads into your quarters area opens, and Lysander sort of like wanders on in carrying a crate of potions. Like, well, I don't quite remember. Oh, is this hello? Is it a bad time?
No, you're
No.
good.
No.
How can we help
Okay.
you?
Well, I'm here to plot the coup. That's what I'm here to do. Okay. He then puts the crate down on the ground in front of him. He's like, also, I don't quite remember all the potions you told me to get, so I got some of them. And then I gave you something that I thought of that might be fun. You wanted the potion of horse talking, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So we got the potion of horse talking. We got not one but two bottles of crude oil. You wanted some slipperiness oil as well? You want to be slippery? Don't want to be slippery.
I
Is it
don't
you?
know why, but yes.
Oh,
No.
I'll
All
take
right.
that.
Yep. Thulgrim gets the slippery oil.
No.
No,
Yep.
they were for
Ah.
me.
Well, I also throw
How am I
this
going
in.
to be? How am I going to be top 5 fuckball if I'm not slippery?
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Give me the oil, old man.
All right. I've put a bunch of potions into your inventory, Cassis. I'm also
Thulgrim
going to give you
wanted-
this one.
And
And he keeps hands over a clear potion. He's like, all right, there you go. This is for you. Don't drink it all at once. All right, actually, do drink it all at once. That'll be pretty fun.
What is it?
It's what I like to call, who knows?
That is not very helpful, Lysander.
Well, okay. You know when you go to a party and they got all the different alcoholic spirits lined out in front of you, and you're like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pour them all into a bowl and drink it out of the bowl. That's what this is.
Actually, no.
Oh,
I've
so
never
it's a-
actually been to a party.
So it's a very bad night, is what you're saying.
Yes,
Oh,
we had-
bad.
It's a hangover concoction.
We had a
But it's
party
a
yesterday.
but it's a good night for those who are
Oh.
spectating it.
Did we have a party? Was that the party?
Yes, it was a party. It was a small party, but
And
it
then
was
you wonder-
important.
And then you
The
wonder
parties
why.
are meant to be like big and full of people that you don't really know.
There's different kinds of parties.
Okay, no, well, we've been to one party, but there was not an alcohol thing like this there.
Speaking of alcohol, Claude, drink the horse potion.
What? Right now?
Yeah,
do we?
might as well. Be fun. Don't you trust me?
Yes.
Well, that's your first mistake.
What? Why?
Why
I
is
put
it your first
the-
mistake?
Mm-hmm.
But the
I put the an item thing for the lantern earrings of fate or whatever in my inventory. if you want.
Okay.
cool.
Well, shouldn't I have to go outside to talk to Biscuit? It wouldn't really work in here. No one's a horse.
Well, I mean, you don't know. Well, actually, no, you don't. Well, look, it'll give you horse talking for 8 hours, so don't, drink the whole thing and have a nice, pleasant conversation with Biscuit.
Well. But not right now. Later.
You look very
Oh.
upset.
You can do it later if you want. I just think it'd be funny to do it now.
What if
I-
Biscuit has some very, very keen insight as to what we should do about the bad things happening in the city?
Oh my god, what if Biscuit has like a secret intelligence score of 20?
Okay, but like on the flip side, okay, what if like a Biscuit turns out to be kind of like a horse racist and it's like, I don't like the donkeys, keep them away from me.
Horse races.
Well, then I'll use the peacock lantern and wish that he wasn't a horse racist. I wish that he was a peacock that I could ride a battle that was not racist.
But like, what if he's like, hey, that Claude Dubois is really sexy. Can you like give me her number, please?
Oh, the other horse. Got it.
Yeah, I'm the horse.
Right. Okay. It doesn't
Well-
need Claude Dubois 2's number. She's right there.
It's
Then
not
I'll,
Claude Dubois.
then I'll
It's Claude Dubois.
teleport him, and that'll be the end of that.
Well,
Is there something
That's
on
disturbing.
your ceiling?
What?
Sister keeps looking up. I'm like, is there something on the ceiling? What's happening on your ceiling?
Oh, there's a spider. Not a big
He's
one.
hanging
but
out.
I'm keeping
not-
an eye on
It's
it.
not gonna get you. It's not gonna get you.
Well, no, it's not. But it's like up there, and I just want to make sure it's not doing anything. I want to know where it is.
Cool.
Spiders.
So-
What about the other potions? Can I have some of the roulette potions?
Dolgrim, what do you do in beginning potion to be tall? Do you bring him that?
I don't know. Did I bring him that?
I don't know. Did you bring him that?
I don't know. Did I bring him? Let me consult my D&D Beyond item consortium.
Potion of growth.
What
And then
is
you wonder what
D&D, Lysander?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I'm not telling you.
Okay.
And then you wonder why I am the way I am.
Do you want to just get the
He
spider?
points
You
to
can just get
Lysander.
it. Get
There you
it.
go. Give you a potion of growth.
Well, I want one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back, guys.
Get the
Alright.
spider.
I'm
Whoa.
quite short too. I'm only 5'7".
Well,
What if I want to be like taller than Malkis?
you got some platform shoes.
What? No.
What's wrong with platform? I wear them all the time.
I know
You know how
do.
great they look?
Well,
I'm
that's
stomping
why-
around.
that's
Go
why
get
you're
it from.
Hunt Silver, you got the bad back.
Well, they got potions for that. And a harness.
Dolgrim, what did you think? That was such a face you made. What are you thinking about?
Just the harness.
What's wrong with my back harness? So I don't get arthritis in my vertebrae.
Sure it is. Okay.
That's what a harness is for. What else could it be for?
They have many different uses where I'm from.
We
There are
learned,
different types of harnesses.
we learned when
What are
he
you
was
saying about
drunk.
my adopted father?
Dolgrim's a little bit of a perv.
Oh,
Ah, he's a perv. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think that's true.
That's
Oh,
why I got the
sweet.
oil of slipperiness. Okay.
It's true. It's on the VOD somewhere.
Then he can slide around like a greased up frog.
like
He goes for a little
tall
hop, but he
greased
doesn't-
up frog.
Like a what?
Like a tall greased up frog now.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be he's gonna be one size larger than he was before.
So he'll be medium.
Yeah.
Just kind of glares at you.
12 feet tall. Be like, I'm Dolgrim Ice Tank. I can't fit through doors.
That's what the
Turn
grease is for.
sideways.
Oh, that's what the grease is for. That makes sense. I also have the spell grease.
What time is it?
It's 12:30. So people are starting to come in now.
So where the fuck is everybody? Why is everybody so late?
Oh.
Do you know how rude it is to be late?
All right. Okay. I'm gonna sit down. It's educating time. So in Loot Galane, when you give someone a time for when a meeting starts, that is the time that you're expected to start showing up. Okay. It's now I know that in Chaldean, it is the time that you're expected to start the meeting. So you're expected to be there 10 minutes ahead of time rather than the other way around. It's a cultural difference, okay?
You know,
No.
I've discovered that a
No.
lot of things that you say are bullshit.
Well, isn't that part of life? Aren't we all a little bit bullshit?
I'm just saying, you know.
Well,
Is he still your favorite old man?
He's not my favorite old man.
Second favorite old man?
Deckard Cain is my favorite old man.
Your second favorite?
I'm pretty okay being second place behind Deckard Cain. He's quite the exceptional person.
He's great. He says the nicest things and you say bullshit.
He has a stick. I don't have. Actually, I do have a stick. but I don't have it with me because I got my harness. I don't need it anymore.
Have you ever had magical ice cream?
Yes, they have it down by the docks. They have a few of them around the place.
I went to the one by the gate, and that guy,
Ah,
He wouldn't give me the ice cream, and it was funny.
Yes, it's the one that the flavor changes based on what you're thinking of.
yeah, it was neat.
Yeah, if you have too much of that, you go blind. So be careful.
Oh,
Lysander. Lysander.
Hello.
Hello. We got magic lamps. What do they do? Can you make them work?
Have you tried lighting them?
No.
Well,
I did.
I
Mine smells
go to
good.
light. I go to light my lamp.
all right. So do you light your lamp?
Yes.
So as you light your lamp, it's lit for a bit. You notice that no light comes out of it.
Oh.
There's no like scent.
It's
But
like
after about
Digimon
20, 30,
defective.
after about 20, 30 seconds though, like its tail starts to vibrate a bit and then it like shakes out and the lamp becomes an animated peacock.
What?
Yeah.
A peacock. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh Queen Elizabeth. Oh god. It's a peacock.
Queen
Bloody
Elizabeth.
hell.
Your peacock lamp is a peacock. That's
Oh my
amazing.
god. This is
Wait.
better than biscuit.
Oh wow.
Oh,
but
poor
like,
biscuit.
What happens when the fire goes out, and how do you make the fire go out?
I don't know.
Do you have to
Wait,
blow
okay,
on
when
the,
you say an
the
animated
bird?
peacock,
I blow on the bird.
The bird like looks at you and like fans out its tail metal glass feathers in response.
oh, it's okay. So it's not like a bird. It's like a metal bird.
It's like a construct, yeah.
Construct.
Like a little automaton.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Well, a big automaton, I guess, right? It's a full-size peacock.
Yep.
Hey, if we'd shown our lanterns to Deckard Cain, would he know what the symbols were?
He would say that he's not entirely familiar with it, but it is some sort of ancient mage script, and that there's
Cool.
dozens of different ones.
Well,
He's not the expert.
What do I do? How do I? And he like pats it, and he's like, how do I like make it go back in the lamp?
Blow on
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah, pinch
God.
the. It's got a wick. Those candles work on a wick, I think.
Okay.
You could pinch it like.
But it's still now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still lit.
Ogrim, give me a
Hmm.
big potion, and I'll make it a big peacock, like huge.
He doesn't even respond.
I don't think I can drink a potion. It's
I'll
made
just
of
pour
metal.
it on it, you know, get bigger, peacock.
Like a sorbet.
Well, I'm not trying to cook it. I just want to make it a big peacock.
You don't cook sorbets. They are ice with juice on top.
I don't quite know what a sorbet is, but
I just
He
told you.
explained it.
I just told you.
already
I know
forgot.
that. I know that in Easter egg they don't know what ice is. They look at the mountains and go, "Wow,
like
that
the
sure is
ground,
pretty.
like
I
the
wish I could
grass."
touch that." And then they don't.
Mm-hmm. Can I sit on the peacock?
It's
It's
like
small.
it's a peacock. It's not like
It's a robot
huge.
peacock that has strength.
You're gonna break it. You're gonna break your thing. Your
Oh.
100 gold thing.
No, I just want to see if I'll like slowly try to sit on it, but if it like
Billy.
doesn't
Have you imagined ever trying to sit on a chicken?
okay,
I know you were very small.
listen here.
It's not
In
going
the
to work.
hit MMO
I'm
RPG
gonna-
Final
I'm
Fantasy 14.
Yes, but that is a large peacock that changes size based on the rider.
Maybe that's
you are-
my peacock.
It's
I just
not.
got a $20 cash shop mount for free.
So
No, you didn't. You had to pay gold for it.
So Lytham looking at the peacock and goes, "You know, how did you get Biscuit? Biscuit's a magical summon, right?
No, came out of a patch.
So yes, okay.
So he's not magical. He just happened to appear from a patch on a robe.
Well,
That's
okay,
not
now he's
magical,
a real
right?
horse. You know, he's not magic.
Where'd
I
he
don't.
go?
Does he get
That's
like
magical.
plus one to his rolls?
The patch made him, but he is not magic. But the
regular
magic
horse.
that created it. He was created through magic,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's not magic.
Yeah, Malkis gave birth to him. To a patch.
Oh, you must be so proud.
That's why he needs the the lube to birth more horses.
Maybe. Oh.
The grease.
Looks over the peacock and is like, "Oh, your lamp's active, but I don't think it's done doing whatever it does."
What?
That makes sense. Well, look, there must be more purpose to it than just turning into a peacock. You can buy one of those down at the market.
How much?
I don't know. Depends on the peacock.
You're not going to be able to ride a real peacock.
What? So,
Why
like,
would you
do I
want
just
to?
make a wish in front of it? Something? I don't really know. I wish
So-
Malkeith was my best friend. You like that's the
Usually,
peacock.
genies, jinns, will grant wishes. It's not the lamp that they live inside of or are trapped inside of. So without the wish granting being, asking it for wishes isn't probably won't help. I could be wrong though. I'm not an expert on this.
So I need to find a djinn and put it in the peacock.
Yes, find a jinn and then trap it inside a lamp,
Well, that's not
and then you'll
nice.
have your
I don't wanna
own
trap someone in a
magic
lamp.
genie for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's not nice. That could
Well,
just
that
be
sounds like a terrible idea and a great way to get cursed. And we've already done that before.
Yeah. What do you think I should do, Larson? Do I just make wishes at it, or like, is this it?
I don't know. It's from that crazy guy up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it. Looks like one of his. Pretty sure I've seen this thing on his desk like the past 3 years. Hello.
Or he sold me something that
Just
he said it was
no.
mine.
Probably it is yours. You own it. So just let it follow you around. See what happens. It's bound to do something.
All right.
Keep rubbing it against things and seeing what it does. Experiment. Live your life. Hashtag fucking bird. I don't know.
Hashtag peacock dreams.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just take a seat and let the peacock sit next to me.
Peacock like hops up next to you. It seems to be much more loyal than Biscuit is.
Goodbye, Biscuit. But me and the peacock. If I get duct tape, I could tie the peacock's feet to Biscuit, and then Biscuit can fly. Then I have a flying horse peacock. I can use the fly spell, and then I will be, like Biscuit.
You would
fly on the horse.
You just cast fly on the horse, not the peacock tied to the horse. The peacock is not strong enough to lift up a horse.
Well, what if I wish it was strength score was 20, and now it can hold up the horse? Then I have a flying horse peacock.
You'll be happy to know, Vash, that in Philip's game, in leveling up, I have chosen to find familiar as my artificer. And the plan here is I'm going to get my turret is going to be tiny. I'm going to attach it to a hawk, and then the hawk is going to be flying around with a flamethrower. And I'm going to use that as my fucking weapon.
See, yeah, I could be like a unicorn sorcerer. I could get the ice cream cone that Michelle got and tape it to Biscuit's head and be like, "Look, it's a unicorn now."
Anton, just don't even bother with a hawk. Like literally, just make the fucking the thing the homunculus. Make the homunculus, then you'll actually have a drone.
Yeah, but that costs 100 gold. The hawk costs 10 gold. The hawk is better in every way, but it can't cast touch spells, which I'm not going to do. I'm going into evocation.
That's not true. It doesn't have force strike, which seemed to land all the time.
Nah, I don't worry. I have flamethrower.
All right, well, we have a peacock now.
All right. So with Roback and with Michelle back, more of your crew starts to come on in. So that is the Zachary group shows up with Farah at the helm. About 3 or 4 paladins come along with her. They're all dressed to the nines in ornate armor, and they are sweating up a fucking storm in the heat. Following that, Spooks comes in with 2 tieflings in tow. That being Rashan and Q.
Wait, Rashan, the fucking cheeky one?
Yeah. Like, hey, what's up, everybody? You all I got nothing. How y'all doing?
Of all of the tieflings I expected him to bring, you were like literally the last one.
Well, that's why they brought me. You know, got to keep everyone on their toes, keep them all unexpected and unexpected. No, yep. Well, me too. Okay, so there you go. You happy? I don't have anything.
No, pretty happy. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you as well. You seem to be doing well for yourselves. Made a little bit of a name. Made a little bit of a ruckus. Yeah. And Q's like,
I'm very good at making that.
there is no ruckus. This is a tavern, not a ruckus. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go sit down and have myself some of your grapes if that's okay. So bye. And he like glides over to go for the snacks.
She just looks at
Fair enough.
Spooks. Why? Why did you do this?
It would make more sense to bring him over, given the need for social interaction.
I mean, you didn't have to bring anybody.
No, but the point of this is for it to be a training experience for those who require it.
Okay, I guess so.
You got to keep in mind, even if we don't necessarily like him, he's like, he's like our cousin that we don't like,
Would you deny someone the chance to learn new skills?
I don't know. It depends on how annoying they are.
Back where the other two back where Talav and Elise are, they're playing cards, but since Elise doesn't have any arms, Talav is also using her toes to hold her cards, so it's even.
This is the most fucking awkward game of cards I think I've ever played in my life, Talav.
She just holds up her hands like,
well, fuck.
Like wiggles her fingers at her like, you can't hold cards.
I fucking can, bitch. Just leave me fucking some of my arms.
She tugs on her arm like she can pull it off, and then just like,
no.
What the fuck?
All right.
Back to the meeting.
Following that, Drogden rocks up. He just comes in by himself, sort of like nods, goes over to where Kane is, because Kane comes in similar time, and so they just start catching up and having a little conversation amongst each other. Al-Hakan comes along as well. He has a few guards that come with him. They sort of look around the room, and then he like gestures them, and they salute and walk on off. They do not come into the room with him. And finally, Lashar rocks up, the Lacunae representative, and he comes by himself. So, with everybody here, it seems, do we wish to get straight down to the business? Or is there going to be some preamble that we wish to deal with first? He looks over towards the party, pointing that conversation towards you since you organized it.
I don't have any preamble. Does anybody have any preamble?
Malky stands up.
Ah, the Malkys. Very well. Show us the preamble, yes?
I'm aware we are not native to Lutkalane and seem like odd upstarts on first inspection, probably. But we would like to thank all of you for coming here, willing to speak with one another, even though politics and relations here may be strained among some of you. But we believe that this meeting will help the greater good of Lutkalane and all of its peoples.
They sort of like look at you and they nod amongst themselves, and it seems to be like, good start to the discussion. Al-Hakan looks up at you.
We also, to start off with, we have acquired new information that we believe is pertinent to the meeting today. We arrived early yesterday to meet Deckard Cain in the caravan and joined in on the caravan to explain what had been happening. And through some clever deduction and use of a few items we have, we were able to determine that the Sultan is most likely being held captive somewhere by the mortuary cult.
So the group sort of exchanges looks amongst each other. Some look surprised, some being the Zakarum representatives and the sort of tieflings. Others not so much. Lashar just looks very blasé. He's like, sick.
Now we are unsure if it is the mourners as a whole or a rogue splinters group, but it is to be assumed that no mourner is to be trusted until the proceedings here are finished, until we've come up with a plan and execute it.
Lashar then speaks up. That will be easy, for no mourner should be trusted either way. There needs be no change. And like the others don't really say anything, but you can tell it's sort of a case like not helping to shut up. Shut up, Lashar.
You don't fucking know, Catman. Shut up. Why are you even here?
Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, so there's more to that, though. So obviously, yes, the mortuary cult has got the, the guy, the Sultan. Sorry, I forget the words for things sometimes. Okay, yeah, so they've got the Sultan somewhere. I think it is underground, maybe, based on the information that we have, which is very limited. But that, either way, I do not think that, like, the images that are appearing in this square when people show up, that is not him. Those are pre-recorded or illusions of some kind. So more to that, how many people know about the history of the city? I mean, do we know that the palace used to be the fortress of a Vizieri mage called Horizon? Did anybody not know that?
Most of the group looks a bit surprised at that. Drogden doesn't. Alakan doesn't look surprised either, but the rest all sort of do. And Kane.
Okay, so yeah, Horizon, long ago, like, during the Mage Clan Wars or whatever, built the city of Lutkalain, or what would become, the city of Lutkalain. And the palace was his fortress, okay? And underneath the fortress is... I don't really know how to describe it. It is an arcane sanctuary. Sister, you know about magic. How would you describe an arcane sanctuary?
Okay, so like it's a place where you go when you want to get away from mundane people who don't get magic. It's sort of like a little side magic realm. You just kind of cut a little piece of different dimension out and go boop, but that's mine now.
Yeah, Drogden raises his hand at that. It's like sort of joining the conversation. It's like most Vizieri of the time would have had sanctuaries of their own, and in fact, I have mine too. Most Vizieri now do as well, though no doubt of lesser stature than Horizons. Carry on.
Okay, so Horizon, Mage Clan Wars, underneath the palace, arcane sanctuary. The thing about his arcane sanctuary is it is full of demons, and recently we think it was opened, and that the reason that the Janissaries are no longer patrolling the streets is because they are busily trying to keep the demons contained that are trying to escape the sanctuary. At the same time, Prince Aiden, who is possessed by a demon, has been causing the resurrections of the undead to attack the people in the streets. I mean, the Zakarum and you, of course, Al-Hakan, would know the best about these, but it's becoming a problem because the Janissaries are busy and they cannot stop it from becoming a bigger problem, right? So it's possible that maybe even the mortuary cult are like working for the possessed Prince Aiden. We cannot know, but
yeah, Drogden speaks up with that again and goes, not impossible to suggest that they are working for young Aiden, though I would not be surprised if they are fragmented, just as the rest of us are. The will of the dead is a very nebulous thing, and it's much like with a demon when particular elements start to deviate from the thoughts of the majority. It can shed them, right? That's what happened with you and your sister, correct? You mentioned you were born of Andariel.
Very distantly, yes, yeah.
I do wonder if we are seeing the mortuary cult either entering open rebellion against the city, or if there are simply parts that disagreed with how it thought or how it perceived the world, and now there are two essentially different cults within the one engaged in a power struggle. But this ultimately, I suppose, does not matter. What does matter is stopping Aiden.
Pretty much. So there is more history to do with the Mage Clan Wars, sort of. There was another ancient Vizieri, I believe, or he was a Vizieri who joined the Herodrim by the name of Tal. Not relevant. We were talking about Tal Rasha. And the tomb of Tal Rasha.
Tal Rasha was not a Vizieri. I believe that he was of Clan Esu, but Somatics, yes.
Okay, well, that is my mistake. Obviously, I'm not, a Jedi or a mage clan.
Jedi were demon summoners. Clan Esu were masters of evocation, elemental magics.
Regardless, the Tal Rasha had a soul stone or something put in him to contain Bale. Was it Bale?
Yes.
So Kane
Bale?
nods, Drogna nods, Alakan nods. The others all sort of look like, what?
Okay, so look, essentially, the three prime evils, Diablo, Bale, and the other one,
Mephisto.
And the other one.
Listen, I am not a demonologist, okay? I specialize in hitting them very hard. Anyway, Bale, Mephisto, and Diablo, okay?
Don't forget Skarn.
No, get out.
No.
So he is alive during this timeline.
Yeah, but he's not a
no.
prime evil. He's just some fucking underboss who's like, eh.
Bale, Mephisto, and Diablo. Okay, Bale was the ancient Horadrim defeated Bale, and he had to be sealed within Tal Rasha. Tal Rasha was then put inside of a tomb known as Tal Rasha's tomb. The possessed Prince Aiden is trying to open the tomb and free Bale.
Then I suppose, Farah speaks up, then I suppose it is of the utmost importance that we track down the wayward prince before that happens, yes?
That is pretty much it. So we are faced with the problem of three components. First of all, the arcane sanctuary, from which demons are coming. What that is to keep people from knowing about what Prince Aiden is doing. The undead, also to stop people from knowing about what Prince Aiden is doing. And of course, Prince Aiden himself, who's out in the desert somewhere. We believe, from what we have discovered, that to find the Tomb of Tal Rasha, Aiden had to go into the arcane sanctuary of Horizon, and I think to find Aiden, we would need to do the same.
There's sort of some nods of agreement from around the room. You notice Rashan's like, yeah, okay.
So that also puts us in another position where we need the Staff of Kings to, in case he has entered the tomb already, to follow him into the tomb. Alternatively, we just want to make sure that we have it secure. We know that the Lacunae of the desert hold the headpiece to the staff, and the mortuary cult hold the staff itself.
They used to have that piece, didn't they? Pass it off? Didn't you guys pass it off?
It was given as a gift to the Claw Vipers, who technically are Lacunae. But sometimes I suppose that the coastal peoples differentiate between the different Lacunae tribes as being different entities entirely.
I just thought you gave it to someone else, sorry.
The short answer is that yes, it was given to another Lacunae tribe. One that I do not have any influence over.
We do not expect you to have influence. The very fact that you are here and willing to hear us out and possibly help us resolve this issue, because, my sister and I, plus Melkis, plus, Dahlgrim, plus Dr. Dubois. Yeah, there's five of us. We have, we managed to defeat Andariel in the west, but that was one problem, and we had the assistance of the rogues then. And now we are faced with three different problems, and we kind of need help with these as well. So that is why you all are here. We are putting the proverbial cards on the table, so you all know what is going on in the city.
Cool. So those look like, again, look a nod, and Lysander speaks up. Well, I don't know if I speak for everyone, but I like living in this city, and I like not being dead. So stopping the primevals from doing whatever primeval stuff they're doing seems like a good thing to do. Yeah, that's
How succinct of you.
Thank you. But I don't have a sink here, so don't know why you're bringing that up.
I don't like you.
What? You used to love him.
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway.
So Spooks will pop up with, so what is it exactly that you would see us do in order to prevent this eventuality from occurring?
We need to get into the sanctum, but it will be very difficult.
Well, yeah, there are several things that we need to do. So there's 3 things that we know of. Because Deckard Kane hasn't mentioned the Heraldric Cube will be required to repair the Staff of Kings yet.
Let's just say he has.
Stop
Okay.
dying,
Oh, there you
okay?
Yeah, it happened way back when. Remember?
Yeah, Heaven Way, back in the day, remember?
Sure, got me there.
You have
Okay.
quite a treasure there in that Heraldric Cube. You get 3 chipped gems and a socket and a plain longsword. You can put them together to make a socketed longsword. Ooh.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, so
Pay for the gem.
No.
So we have 2 things that we need to do in the city. So first of all, we need to get into the Arcane Sanctuary, and also we need to get into the casino to take the staff that they held. We also need from the desert the headpiece and the Heraldric Cube. Obviously, we cannot be in like 4 different places at once. So I'm thinking that, while we are focusing our efforts first on probably getting into the Arcane Sanctuary is going to be the first thing we will need to do, because that's a whole lot of problems that need to be addressed pretty soon, I think. I think that the rest of us should be splitting our proverbial forces and, at the very least laying the groundwork, as it were, for the recovery of the other items.
Yeah, if the current Lacunae tribe could maybe reach out to the other group and see if they are willing to give us the head of the staff, or if they are going to be wanting something that we're going to, trading and whatnot.
The Shah, looks over to all this. We will be more than happy to have conversations with them, as you describe it, though I do not believe that they will be particularly open to conversing. It is much more likely that we will instead run a scouting mission, so that you might know a little more about the grounds that you will be entering into if you wish to hunt for this headpiece.
You would know better than we would, so to that we can entrust you.
This
The
sounds a lot
Glorvipers.
like stealing.
That is exactly what it is.
Oh,
The
okay.
Glorvipers are not particularly welcoming to anyone that is not them.
Do they like
Even
money?
less, they do not care for useless trinkets.
Okay.
If-
Do they like
I
stuff?
suspect. They enjoy flaying people alive.
Oh, okay.
We could donate a body, maybe a doctor, to their cause.
He looks over to Claude. Like,
What? Thogrim, I will turn you into a rat and give
This
you
must
to
be
them
it.
myself.
this must be one of your chests. No bodies would be useful. They will simply take the living ones that presented the bodies to them and have their wicked ways instead with you.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so I think that it sounds like, based on what we are being told, that the Claw Vipers will not be diplomacied with.
It is unlikely, not impossible. Nothing is truly impossible, but not likely.
Well,
Go ahead.
oh no, you can go.
I was gonna say, so do you believe their whole clan to be violent or unnecessary?
The Claw Vipers have long been displeased with the treatment they received at the hands of the Vigerai in ancient history. With the Dark One wandering the desert sands, and with the God of Destruction's song getting louder and louder, it is much more likely that they will throw their lot in with those whom you are facing off against. They share more in common than we do.
I think I understand. Thank you.
Revenge is a powerful motivator, and unfortunately it can make you blind to certain opportunities.
Okay.
Spooks will speak up. Like, we are more than happy to assist in the scouting of the desert. I do believe that we will be more use out in the world than roaming around in the city. Perhaps Rishan can locate some ne'er-do-wells who might be willing to assist us in locating some tombs to trade, or not to trade, to rob.
Well, if we are looking for the Hereditary Cube, it will probably be one of these tombs, as it were.
There's one like long nod, and Kane's like, I could tell you the exact one. In fact, it will make that easier. I don't believe that the mortuary cult will be very happy, but as I said, it is important that we do what must be done rather than placating a religious organization.
But as I said, fuck those guys.
Oh, very well. But then the tieflings can scout ahead at the tomb where the Herodric. Wow, that is hard to say.
I told you we should have a different name.
The Herodric Cube.
Team Scorpion.
Well, see, like Herodrim is fine. I can say that very easily. But Herodric, that's not very good on the tongue.
And is there a reason we need this erotic cube?
The Herodric Cube, not erotic.
The erotic cube.
That's what I said.
It is an alchemical tool that was blessed long ago by the ancients of Mount Ariet. It can harness the powers of the world to transform and transmutate items from one thing into another, and will be required to reforge the shaft with the head to create the Staff of Kings.
Okay, so I mean that makes sense. To reconnect the shaft to the head, we need the erotic cube. I can do that.
I always knew you'd be able to do that, Ice Tank. You know, you got the cut of your family about you.
I'm not sure what that means, but thank you.
Well, you know, that's what the kids say these days. They're really into like that whole daddy sort of daddy.
I don't like this.
That whole daddy.
Okay, so moving on then.
Then what about, so speaking of the staff of, we need to get the shaft part from the mortuary at their casino?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody have any?
So I believe this is something that we spoke about a little bit when you came to me originally. The staff is being offered as a prize, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to go and acquire this particular staff, either by legal means or less than legal means, either by robbing the casino or by robbing the merchant that purchases this as he leaves. Whichever one you choose, it's up to you, but I believe that the original conversations was that it would be easier to apprehend the man as he leaves rather than having to deal with the security within the casino. That being said, there is almost certainly going to be some goods you can acquire from robbing the vaults if you can do that.
Okay. Well, that is good information to know. So
before we would rob, if we are going to rob the casino, though, we would definitely need much more information on its layout, the sort of defenses it has.
Yeah, he nods at that, guys. If this is the direction that you want to go in, I'll be more than happy to put some forces in place that will be able to acquire some of this information so that you can better plan your adventure. So I would recommend, at the very least, assuming a false identity when going in. There is magical manipulation that we can use to change the looks of your face, the sound of your voice, all of these sorts of things. They can be done.
That is good thinking.
maybe you could assist me with something later, Deckard, and I brain farted the other guy's name all of a sudden. The other Roderick, Drognan. Drognan, something that would assist. He is my best friend, but I didn't have the right page flipped over, and my brain just dial-toned. Yeah, perhaps there's something I could acquire, something that would help me specifically, though the others would need other items for such a thing.
Okay, what would that be? Or do you wish to discuss this later?
We could discuss it in private.
Yeah, me too.
Wouldn't it be Wouldn't it be so much cooler if it was a reveal?
It would be very
You know what?
cool.
You bought me very expensive earrings. I'll let you slide.
But you didn't buy me an expensive peacock, so
I'm sorry, I'll take that pearl of power back then.
Never mind, I will
That's
let you
what I fucking thought you said.
Wow.
He's peacock. Why is he not my friend already?
I knew there was a reason you were married.
What?
What?
We're not married. He hates my
Oh.
gods. I never
Oh.
did nothing to him a day in his life. He hates me.
Oh.
The entire rest of the party looked like we're like, are you sure, Claude?
Helican just like,
The bird did. I did not. I want my
got-
fresh start, clean slate.
all right, well, Helican speaks up again to it. So we have a rough idea as to what we're doing out in the desert for looking for this cube. What are we doing? What is being decided on for this stuff? Are we going to go into the casino directly, or are we going to try and ambush the man as he leaves?
I think this is kind of a Malkis sort of situation, to be honest.
Well, originally I did feel remorse trying to rob the mourners without provocation, but now that they may be responsible for the entire situation, I say fuck them, and if we can, we rob the vault blind.
I second that nomination.
Very well.
Wait, we're going to steal more than what we need?
We're going to try. Robbing the merchant will be plan B.
A good way to get caught?
Only if we're failed.
That's why we're there, sister. Like, Malkis is going to be there. Like, hello, my name is, Malkis. Then he's going to be
Fuckable.
like,
What is your last name? Is it Fuckable?
James Malkis. And then he's going to be like, I want like martini, and it is going to be like made a certain way that is like not really unusual, but he makes it sound like it is unusual. And then like a bald guy with a cat is going to be like, no, Mr. Malkis, I expect you to die.
And then I shoot him with my hand.
And I'll get to be a Malkis girl, when he holds me. I go, Malkis, help me, I'm over the lava pit. Ah!
Are you the one that's going to be painted gold?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what any of you are talking about.
I don't know, but it sounded cool.
And I also remember that you mentioned at first about speaking to this Li Ming's father.
Oh, yeah.
You wanted to see if they would purchase the stuff outright?
Yes.
Is that still a plan you want to go through with, or is that going to be?
That would be easier, but I don't want to, we don't know if we can trust her father, so, like, asking about it might be suspicious,
That is true.
That is what I'd agree with as well.
It does not hurt to first speak with the man and gauge his reactions without outright telling him initially that we want to use him for nefarious purposes.
He is also an ambassador, so maybe he could get us into the palace district from which we could get into the sanctuary. Maybe.
If I might be so bold, if you wish to get into the palace district, into the palace itself, I do think that either speaking directly with the Janissaries would be the simplest way in, or tricking your way past them, or somehow sneaking in. I do not think that you are going to be able to set up a planned meeting with the Sultan.
I think you're right about talking to the Janissaries, because if they're aware of what's happening to them, they might want it to stop.
That's what I'm thinking as well. They most likely are under orders not to share the information with anyone, but if someone already knows, they may very well assume that they know for a reason.
Well, there is that big beefy, like, child of Bulkathos, like the Goliath lady.
Is Yubase still the captain of the palace?
Alakan nods. Yep.
I could see about. I could try to arrange a meeting with her. I remember we met previously. My last visit here.
Well,
Okay,
that'll be useful.
perfect.
God, Marcus, you know so many things.
Okay, and also, like, just, I don't know, like, while we're doing all this, though, like, I also want to bring up, like, this Aka room. Like, you guys, you're all dressed up and ready to fight, and that is good, because we're going to need some people out there, like, making sure the undead situation stays, controlled.
That's going to be my idea as well.
Far nod there. I do think that it's going to be important to at least show the city that there are those who are not embroiled in politics that are willing to invest their time and lives, if need be, to keeping the city safe.
I think that is true. Al-Hakan, can you also put soldiers forward for that?
I can lend some aid, yes.
You've already been doing it too, right? So you're ready.
I have been looking after my own assets, but if I need to expand it out to other districts, I cannot cover everything, but I can cover some.
It will be enough. I mean, we're all working towards the same goal at the moment, which is to stop this from happening altogether. So, like, maybe your forces will be spread a little bit thin for a little bit of time, but, then we'll kind of get to the root of the issue and pull it out.
So Kane speaks of it. I do think that if we do not stop the evil here, then it will spread far beyond Lutgalain. Our first priority should be securing a foothold for ourselves, and then spearheading through everything to stop Diablo from reaching Baal. As harsh as it might be to say, there may be times when we will have to leave the city behind in order to focus our resources, as few as we have, on the bigger picture. It may not be pleasant work, but it will be important.
What do you mean by leave the city behind? Like, not consider the good of the city, or actually physically get the fuck out?
Oh, a bit of both. More so, if we can pull forces out of the city that we need in order to carry out a mission into the desert, find the Tomb of Tal Rasha, or get to the Tomb of Tal Rasha, I should say, then it would be more important to have the backup there than to leave guards here to prevent the undead from rising up. Though if we could potentially look into wards or rooms or something to create some safe zones, that might be another possibility. I know that some of the the powers of the light can turn undead away from particular people or locations. Maybe that's something to invest in.
You want us to find a cleric?
Well, looks over towards the Zeka room. Paladin's like, I think that we've probably found some.
I mean, to keep in our back pocket all the time. She looks over at the anybody want to hang out for a while? We're pretty cool.
Oh my god. What if you called that the Minister of Justice?
He wasn't a cleric and he smells.
But, he could protect the city while we're,
Hell?
Oh, he's a big honking man of armor named Hector, and he's the Minister of Justice, Candoris, and he's,
one of them Candorsons. Okay.
He's a candy man.
That's not what the Eden Candoris, so no, not at all.
Okay, well,
Listen, you say whatever you want and it doesn't make sense and I can do it too.
Well, they eat tubers over there, like the root vegetable, not the trumpet. That ain't candy. There's nothing like candy.
It depends on who you ask. This is not here or there.
No, it doesn't. They're very clearly, tubers are not candy. and I will not hear the scandalous accusations any longer.
What
Okay,
if
but
you...
what if you like candy the tuber?
Yeah,
like
you
an
candy
apple?
them.
Oh, no. That's ridiculous.
That's a...
Why
You
can't...
never
Why?
had a candied potato? Like, come on.
No, that sounds like some Canduras nonsense to me.
Okay. Look, I'm thinking though, like, okay, my thinking is, while everybody else is out doing their things and, scouting this and reviewing that and, investigating this, I think that what we really most urgently need to address is the situation with the Arcane Sanctuary. Because if there are demons, like, trying to escape into the city, that kind of means, like, that's a bad thing. Also, if we can take some of the pressure off of the Janissaries, maybe they can start, fighting the undead.
It's not a bad idea. What if we talked to them and we were like, yo, like, we'll go fight the demons for you and get that under control and you won't die as much, and I'm sure
Well, we
you
have
could
to
strike
be-
a deal.
You have to be
then
careful
they-
because we're just show up and we're like, hey, we'll fight your demons for you. And they'll be like, how the fuck you know that?
Well, we just tell them, someone's a seer or something. You can feel the presence of demons.
You know...
I mean, why don't we just tell them the truth? And that's that we've been investigating into the city, and it's becoming more and more obvious what is happening in the palace.
And they know about us, because they know we killed D&Diablo, so it's not...
I don't think that we should play our hand quite that obviously, but I do think we should try and talk to them like we were saying earlier.
Yeah, but if we make a deal with them, and then we go, hey, if we kill your demon problem, will you let us in? I'm sure they
Drogon-
would say no.
Drogon raises a hand and goes, might I suggest not unsavory, an unconventional possible solution to this?
Okay.
Do you want to maybe just have a look around inside the palace without there being janissary problems?
Yes.
Absolutely.
There are particular So, the palace has a particular... How to put this? A nest of messenger pigeons.
What?
Messenger pigeons
Oh, people
would not be...
people inside who just tell you what they want.
Messenger pigeons that are not seen as suspicious for flying around the palace grounds.
Mm.
If you were to potentially be polymorphed into a number of pigeons, you'd be able to get in and look around freely without being molested by the janissaries.
Whoever would do that?
I am more than happy to lend some polymorph skills. If anyone amongst you has the skills, it'll make life easier, so I'm not going to say no.
I have a question.
Do be aware that you will be very stupid while you're a
Yeah.
pigeon.
I don't
So
know
you
that
will-
that will be helpful.
Well, what if you just turn it into us, and then when we land, you just turn back
Then
and
it
cast
will be
an
noticeable.
invisibility? Well, then will be a visibility spell, and I can't see it.
You'll have to... I don't think the invisibility spell will be required. If you were to be a pigeon, you'll want to keep in mind, before you're transformed, very, very clearly where you're going to return to. Because then instinctively, you'll fly back there without having to have any thoughts whatsoever.
I'm worried
But I
about
can
being
assure you-
stupid.
I can assure you, you will remember everything you do, and you will be perfect scouting tool.
So is the idea that we fly into like the coop and then turn back into people and look around, or like that we're pigeons the whole time that we go in and then back out?
Just fly around as pigeons.
Okay. I mean, very much like we could have a look at the palace district then, at the very least, and then
I'm not excited at the thought of turning back into a bird so soon.
Oh, do you want to turn into another flying animal?
Not
But
really.
aren't
Like a swarm of
pigeons the ones-
dragonflies.
Oh.
None of that. I would rather just be Claude.
oh my god, we could turn into a bat.
That
I
don't
guess that
make
would be
sense
pretty
though.
Yeah, that would be pretty suspicious though. Look, the pigeons are fine.
Well, what
Alakan's
about,
like, they'll be very suspicious if you turn into one of my bats.
what about like a monkey?
It's not that we would be an animal and they're like, oh, there's just an animal. It's the fact that it is the pigeons that are already in the area. If it's any other creature, it would become, it's like, why don't we just turn into bears and walk through there? Because that's gonna stand out.
That's a good idea. Maybe we should turn like a bear circus,
Okay, I'm thinking just the pigeon thing is fine. We could turn into pigeons, fly over the area, come back, be like, hey, we know what's a little bit more about what's going on, and then we can still talk to the Janissaries if we need to. So I think that's a fine idea.
I don't know if I want to go on this adventure.
Well, it's always possible. It's always possible that you don't put into a bird and simply let them do the scouting and you do something else. We don't have to all go together at the same time.
Just play a flute, make them come home.
You could act as their guiding star.
I don't think we would come back.
Well, you're a pigeon, not going to be thinking about that.
Could I, out of character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mind Spike lets you know where someone always is, right?
For its duration, which is quite short.
How long is it? It's 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't I technically Mind Spike one of them before they get turned into a pigeon? So we know exactly where they are?
Can you link how the spell... Oh no, links are fucked, aren't they?
Just link it without...
Well, that would deal damage to us, and also what would be the purpose?
Can I do it without dealing damage?
No.
Okay, I mean, it's a small amount of damage. Sure, you could take it, Ro. The
Why
cat
would you...
chat.
What would you use the information for?
Yeah, you know where we're going to be. We're going to be in the palace.
Yeah, but you're stupid pigeon, so...
Only range is 60 feet.
Damn. Okay, never mind. I was like, damn, I can Mind Spike them, so we know where
Actually, no, it's... you always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while you're in the same plane of existence.
So as long as... So that we have to be there first. You'd hit us while we're next to you, and then fly away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only track one person because it's a concentration spell.
I'd do it on Ro, because Ro has the most HP.
And fucking half kill Michelle with a Mind Spike.
Yeah. And that way, if you do get lost as pigeons or something happens, I know where you are.
I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
So, right. So, might I make another query? If you were flying around as pigeons and you managed to scout out the entire location of the palace, would it not be possible to simply go inside and find the arcane sanctuary as is? I'm sure that if a band of adventurers appeared in the middle of a demon-infested battlefield, the Janissaries would be more than happy to accept some help.
This seems like cheating.
You want us to just fly in as pigeons and then suddenly turn into people and start fighting demons the second we...
Do you think they would let the pigeons get to the place where the demons are?
I mean, pigeons can fly. You can fly through a window.
Yeah, but like, what if they smack us with a broom and they're like, "You don't belong inside, pigeon"?
Well, then you turn into people.
Then you smack them back.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't drain your HP, you're fine. When you hit 0, you turn into a person with your full HP again.
I mean, this plan would work just fine, but I guess my one concern is if the mortuary cult are in control of the palace now, and if they are the bad guys, and if lots of Janissaries are dying, there is maybe a lot of undead Janissaries who are going to be like, hey, those people shouldn't be here. I'm going to kill them and make them into more undead.
So potentially, do you want a easy escape? Is that what I'm getting at?
A way out, just in case, would be good. Or alternatively, just to discuss with the Janissaries. I mean, like, I do think that maybe talking to them would be a good start. And then if they say no, then we fly in, and what are they going to do?
Operation Pigeon begins. All right. Well, I was going to say, I do have some scrolls of Town Portal that might be useful for getting out. Very, very illegal contraband inside this fair city, but they will get you... Exactly.
Can I study the scroll and
learn Town Portal?
Yeah, can I learn it as a spell?
No. Damn. It's not a spell, it's a Diablo item, you bitch.
Ugh.
Okay, so where would the Town Portal bring us to? Would it bring us back to our rooms here? Or
that would be...
the Drognan's office?
It would take you back to my shop.
Okay.
Could be very useful.
Would could.
Well, while
I will admit that the act of actually creating such a scroll is a timely. It takes some time to do. That's the one. And expensive. So I will not be giving you many scrolls. You'll get the one. It'll be enough to get you all out, but it'll be your only way to get out.
That's fine. One is enough. So I guess the plan is the Tieflings will scout for the Herodic Cube in the tomb there. Rashad and his Lacuna will scout the Viper Claws and their lands. For the time being, the Zakarum and Al Hakan's forces will try to keep the undead in check on the streets. It would be nice if we had someone we could send to the casino, but I guess we will just have to get to that one when we address it.
We could.
What are you talking about? I can go to the casino. I love gambling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll play some, what's it called? Dragon's Dice? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Dragon's Dice.
I don't know if I like this old man or if he's really cool.
Well,
he's really lucky, so he'll probably make like a potion to see through cards or whatever and win a bunch
secret is to cheat.
Pretty much.
Okay, well, if you want to do that and sort of just gather what information you can, then great. Because it sounds like Malkis has a plan, and the plan is to rob the place blind because he fucked the mortuary cult.
Well, let me put it this
I
way.
agree with it.
A little something I have called a memory potion. Well, I mean, it's actually not called memory potion, but for the point of this example, I'm going to call it that because I cannot pronounce its actual name. So what you do is I drink, get potion. You drink half of it. And then, from that point on, everything you see is recorded into the potion. Then you give the other half to someone, and they enter a catatonic state where they can no longer, they disassociate with their body. It feels awful. But they then get to relive the memories of the previous person who drank the potion.
Okay, I nominate Claude for that.
What? No.
Well, you're already disassociated because of the bird thing. It's fine.
No.
You're used to it. The rest of us are not.
If he's
I
starting up
nominate
the casino, then I would have to
Horacio
play
because
him.
Veraciel's the one nominating Claude. Therefore, by the counsel of me, I say that she should drink it.
As the one who proposed the heist, I will drink it. So
Ah,
I
there we
can-
go.
That's what I was kind of suggesting.
Wait,
Ow.
wait,
Oh, well,
why is
that
it
makes
bad
more
again?
sense.
What?
Why was it? Why do you not want to drink it?
Because it puts you into like an uncomfortable disassociative state or something.
You get to become me for like an hour? How long I'm there for? I think it lasts an hour.
That's not good.
Well, it's just
What's wrong with
memories,
being
you
me?
don't turn into him.
Okay, regardless, he will be in the casino. He'll like walk around in places maybe he shouldn't be or something, and just be like, "Oh, hello, I'm an old man. I'm touring your facilities." And then we drink the potion, and Malkis is like, "I know exactly where everything is."
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's why I didn't want to drink it, because I'm not exactly a master thief. It would kind of be like, oh, well, it's shiny and there's doors.
I do love doors.
Ooh, shiny doors. Can't find the mermaid's pearl.
Where's the mermaid's pearl?
Don't spit, swallow.
Who?
Yes, is someone to spit his drink.
Oh, God. Alright, so I think we have a plan.
All right.
Sounds like
I
a good
think
plan
we
to
should
me.
go see the Janissaries now. And
Hey,
find
Malkis is going to
what-
get us inside.
What?
The pigeon plan is still a plan, but I'm also going to try to talk to the captain, the guard
He's-
captain.
yeah.
So plan is to talk to them, and then if that doesn't work, we go in as pigeons.
Correct.
And that way you don't have to get turned into a bird, maybe.
Hopefully. I would rather not be a bird again.
Cool.
You seem to like it.
Not at all.
Okay.
The construct peacock lets out a shrill, like, sound when you mention bird at that point.
Oh, and he turns and he goes, "Oh, I still like you, buddy." And he pats it. He's like,
Starts like cooing.
I don't feel like, I belong as a bird.
All right.
Does that cover all of our bases? I feel like we're forgetting something.
I think it does. You've got a team looking for the shaft. You've got a team looking for the head. You've got a team looking for the cube, and a team looking for the arcane sanctuary.
And a team cup in the balls. The head and the shaft and the balls,
Alright, Malkeith, go talk to your friends so I don't have to turn into a bird. And you better win those damn checks or I'm gonna be real pissed at you.
Hold on.
Oh, you pissed at me. That'll be a fucking change of plans now, wouldn't it?
Wait.
Yeah, and unlike you, I'm not very nice when I'm angry, so...
Wait, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability Eagle Splendor. I don't think I can link it.
Yeah, see, I keep seeing the rolls in chat, but I don't see anything else.
No, it's busted.
Carefully broken.
So I was actually going to suggest we pause here since we've got some nice mark to stop at, and also I need to fix Foundry, and also my voice is sore. So
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So there we go.
Then we have our plan.
The plan has been chosen. Party is going to speak to some Janissaries, and then they are going to either head into the palace to look for the Arcane Sanctuary, either through the front door or via the pigeon door. One of the two.
The pigeon door.
The pigeon door. The episode name for the next episode.
In through the pigeon door.
We're gonna hot drop as pigeons.
Oh my god.
What's that Banksy thing?
What?
I don't know.
The Banksy movie, it's like some exit through the gift shop. Is that what it?
I don't know.
No idea.
Exit through the pigeon door.
I was thinking of what is it? Was it a Pink Floyd thing, like In Through the Outdoor?
That's my favorite Pink Floyd song.
Goodness. I see a pigeon door, and I want to paint it black.
Sorry, Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor.
All right. So I guess this is where we say goodbye.
This is who we say Claude Dubois.
Claude Dubois.
We got a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's called Teaser Attitude, where we pretend to be Power Rangers. And we do terrible one-liners and stuff like that. It's really great.
That's what I like.
What do you mean? They're amazing one-liners, aren't they?
And next week we're doing the part 2 of our one-part one-shot.
Are you all not excited for the second part of this one-shot? I know I am. It's going to be great.
Yes.
My character's cranky. All right. Goodbye, everybody. See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good God's Queen Elizabeth.